After watching this Elementor landing page design masterclass, you will be a real ninja of Elementor page builder. You can literally design anything in Elementor, whatever you will imagine. You can create any advanced website from your client's provided designs. You will learn how to think and design like a professional web designer. This tutorial is 100% beginner friendly. You don't need to have any coding skills or any design experience. So if you are very new to WordPress and Elementor, this single tutorial will make you a professional web designer. Also, I have made everything in Elementor's latest Flexbox model, so you can also become an Elementor Flexbox expert by watching this tutorial. We will not use any pre-made template and no paid theme is required. We will create everything from scratch step by step. Let's have a quick sneak peek at what we will create in this video step by step. First, I'll show you how to put your logo on the left, creating the navigation menu and a special button. Next, we will create this awesome banner area with animated headline, overlapped images and content. Then, this tricky work in progress area with animated counters. These decent looking cards where you can add all the features. Then, just have a look at this cool interactive scroll animation. We will create this creative area as well. Then this sign up section with fully functional form area. I'll show you how to design this premium looking pricing table. Underneath, we will create this very useful FAQ section. And of course, we will make this nicely crafted footer. Most interestingly, we'll learn how to make any website 100% responsive for mobile and tablet devices. So there wouldn't be any technical boundary, all the hidden techniques in Elementor Flex Container, everything in detail step by step. I'll even provide you with all the necessary images so you can follow along with this video step by step. Can you believe we will be doing all this just by using a drag and drop page builder? No prior coding or design skill is required. This tutorial is for complete beginners. Now let me introduce you to myself first. My name is Taimur Nishat. I'm a professional web developer. Even in the past, I have completed so many freelance WordPress projects for my clients. So basically, you're learning all the best methods and techniques from a real professional web developer. Now I'm really excited, and if you are excited like me, please give this video a big thumbs up. This is the only thing I want from you. Other than that, this video is completely free for you. Just have a look. If you like this video, then from YouTube's left bar, you can go to like videos and find this video easily later. We'll be creating our awesome landing page in easy 4 steps. First, I'll show you how to get your own domain name and web hosting. I will also provide you a 78% discount link. Then, how to install WordPress. Then, how to install a free theme and a free page builder. Finally, we will start creating our amazing landing page. Also, I'll be adding a timestamp in the description so you can always jump into the necessary part you need. If you already have your domain name and web hosting, you can skip part 1. And if you have installed WordPress inside your web hosting, then you can skip the part 2 as well. You can just jump into the step number 3 by following the timestamp. Alright, let's now start with the step number 1, which is to get your domain name and web hosting. So first of all, what is a domain name? Domain name is basically your website address, like Facebook has facebook.com, Amazon has amazon.com, we have jimfahaddigital.com. Similarly, for your website, you need an address that will be your website name.com. And what is web hosting? Web hosting is the storage space for your website. All the images, text you will have in your website, all will be stored on your own web hosting. As you are owning your own web hosting, so there wouldn't be any limitation. You can run ads, you can upload text or images, you can upload any themes or plugins you want. You are in charge of your own website. Now, how to get your own web hosting with a free domain name? So first, just click on the very first link in the description below this video, or you can just go to jimfahaddigital.com/best host. And this will take you to a special discount Hostinger page. So why Hostinger? In my opinion, Hostinger is the most affordable and also the fastest web hosting provider available. Just have a look into their Trustpilot reviews. People are super happy with their hosting speed, affordable pricing, and customer support. Now from here, You can change your language. If you speak Spanish, Portuguese or Hindi, you can select any language from here. One thing I also want to say is that this page changes quite often. In fact, they probably change it once a month. So if the banner or interface looks different, don't worry, don't panic. This happens quite often. It's the same website. Let's scroll down a bit. You'll find all different plans. By the way, here we can see 3 plans, but sometime you may see 4 plans here. But just don't panic because you can create your website with any of these plans. But as you are starting out, I recommend taking this premium or business plan. With both of these plans, you can create up to 100 websites. For example, today you're creating a portfolio website, tomorrow you want to create a business website, and next week you want to create an e-commerce website. So you don't need to purchase hosting each time. So here with this premium plan, you'll get 100 GB of SSD storage. With the business plan, you get 200 GB of NVMe storage, and with any of these plans, you'll get all the features like unlimited free SSL, so all of your website would be encrypted and super secure. Unlimited bandwidth, so there wouldn't be any limit how many website visitors you will have. Free email, you can create hundreds of professional email addresses like info@yourwebsite.com or admin@yourwebsite.com like this. Then free domain. Yes, like I said, you'll get a domain name for free. You'll also get tons of WordPress features like free one-click WordPress installation, free website migration, so if you want to move your existing website from another hosting provider to Hostinger, they will transfer it on behalf of you. How cool is that? Now let's talk about the security. Personally, I'm very serious about website security, and Hostinger just nailed it with all of these features like Cloudflare protected name servers, malware scanners, and all of these. I've had very bad experiences with other web hosting providers. We have got so many malware attacks and we had to pay the hosting providers additionally to use their other security tools. But here in the Hostinger, you're getting all of these security tools for free. Now let's select a plan. Like I said, you can take any of this plan based on your needs. For now, I'm taking the premium plan. You can upgrade it later anytime, so click on Add to Cart. Alright, right here, you're going to see different options. Now this is referring how long do you want to host with Hostinger. So we have 1 month, 12 months, 14 months, and then we also have 48 months. First of all, I don't recommend going with the 1 month because it's almost $12 a month, which is super expensive and we don't want that. My recommendation would be go with 48 months. So for the 4 years, you just need to pay $2.99 per month. That will save you $432. And then after those 4 years, you start to pay $7.99 per month, which is still super affordable for a web hosting plan that can hold up to 100 websites. But if you just want to start with 2 years or 1 year, you can click over here. And then in your first year, you just have to pay $3.19 per month, and you're still going to create up to 100 websites. And after that, first year you start to pay $9.99 per month. So the longer the first period, the more discount you will get when you renew your plan. So if you have the budget and you want to get the most discount possible, you can go for the 48 months. And after those 48 months, you start pay around $7.99 per month instead of $9.99 per month. But wait, there is more. If you scroll down here you'll see have a coupon code, and if you fill with my special coupon code JFD10 and then click on the apply, you'll now get a total of 76% discount. Can you believe we are getting a super fast web hosting with the free domain name for the full year only for $34? What an amazing deal, right? So I scroll up again. Here you see pricing is only $2.87 a month for the first 12 months, $2.78 a month per the first 24 months, and $2.69 a month for first 48 months. Now let's scroll down. Put your email here. make sure you use your best email address because they will create hosting account with this email address. And then let's put a very strong password here. Now you see you can pay with your credit card, PayPal or Google Pay, or you can even pay using your cryptocurrency. Also, you may see more different local payment options based on your country. So let's just skip this part and scroll down here. And in here, I'm just putting my card informations. Then let's just click on Submit Secure Payment. So from here, you can skip this part. From here, make sure you select WordPress from here. Now, let's click on the Select WordPress button. So here it says create login details for WordPress account. So in order to create an WordPress account, we need to put our email address and password. So my email address is already here, so I'm using this one. And let's put a strong password. I pasted my password, then let's click on the next. And now it says, what will your website look like? So right now we don't want any theme, so we'll just click on the skip. Here it says, do you want pre-selected plugins for your website? No, I don't want it. So let's click on here. No, I want to select plugins manually, and let's then click on the next. Also, we can just skip this. So in here, it's asking what's your website name. So basically it's referring to choose your domain name. So let's select a name for our site. Let's type JFD Toots. Once I typed in, you can see on the bottom, it's suggesting the domain with the extension like jfdtoots.in, jfdtoots.me, and jfdtoots.com and more. From here, you can choose any extension you like, but I recommend you to choose the .com because it sounds more professional and legit. So I'm gonna choose the .com and I'm just gonna click next. Here it says where is your target audience. You can just keep this default, which in my case they have selected a data center in the United States, the closest one they have to my country, but in your case it can be a different one. So you can just keep it default or change it from here, or you can just change it later on. So I'm just keeping it as it is and I'm just clicking on the next button. Now it's installing WordPress. We are almost there. Let's just wait a bit. And right now we're at the control panel of the Hostinger. And from here, if we go into the Home tab, you'll see in the account actions, it's saying we have sent a verification email to your Gmail account. So let's check our email. You'll find an email address in your inbox that's called verify your email address. Now from here, we'll just simply click on this verify email. Now it will take you back to the Hostinger cPanel with the email address confirmed. Now from here, I want to get my WordPress. So from the premium web hosting here on this manage button, I'm just gonna click this. Now it will take us to the Hostinger dashboard. Now from here, it says WordPress overview. Let's click that. And then under here, it says admin panel. Let's just click on here. And it will directly take us to the WordPress dashboard. So finally, we are at our WordPress admin panel or WordPress dashboard. From here, I'll make you familiar with all of these options, but before doing anything, let's clean up our dashboard. Because personally, I like to work in a cleaner environment rather than a messy environment. So let's start from here by closing this welcome pop-up. And from here, you can close all items like this, or you can click on the screen options. And from here, you can deselect one by one like this. Click on the screens option to close this. And now our dashboard is looking much cleaner and fresh. But I want to clean up more. Like if you click on the plugins here, we can see we are having some plugin installed which came by default after installing the WordPress. And if you are wondering what is plugin, plugin is basically an extra tool or extra add-on which extends the functionality of your website. And of course, we're gonna use some plugins for our website, but we're not gonna use these specific ones. So we can select these one by one, or we can select all of them by clicking here. And let's go to the bulk action, and from here, let's first select the deactive and then apply. Now all the plugins are deactivated. Now let's select all the plugins again, and from the bulk action this time let's select the delete option. And now let's apply, and it's asking, are you sure? Of course we are sure, so let's just click OK. And now all the unnecessary plugins has been deleted. Great. Now the next thing I want to show you that how you can change your password and other basic user information. So on the left side, let's hover over the users, and under the user, let's click on this profile. And in here, first of all, you can change your admin's color scheme. Like you can select light, modern, blue, midnight, anything you like, but this doesn't matter that much because only you can see this color. So I'm gonna just keep it default. And if you scroll down, you have a language option here. From here, you can choose any language. You can choose your native language, English language. So for now, I'm gonna keep it site default. And in here, we have the first name. You can put your first name here, like I'm putting Timer, and the last name Nishat. And here you have to put your nickname, like I'm putting Timer Nishat. And here we have the display name. This display name is actually a bit important. So in here, you have couple variations of your name. I recommend you to choose your best one because it will be shown on a post like this. Like in this case, this is this post author and he just set his name as a display name. Like in our case, we choose this variation as our display name. So that's like that, and then we can change our email, then our website address. Right now I'm not just messing with this, so let's scroll down. And in here you can actually change your profile picture. And then we have the password here. If you click on this set new password, WordPress will suggest you a very strong password, but of course you can put your own password. Here I type my password, although it's showing medium, but I'm actually okay with that. Then from here I'm just gonna update my profile to save all the changes we have made here. Alright, at this point I want to make you familiar with two basic terms. One is the backend or the dashboard of our website, and the other is front end of our website. So right here, all the things you're seeing, all the options and all the settings is part of our backend website. And if you want to see your front end website, you can click on this site title and click on the visit site. I'm opening on the new tab, so let's go to the new tab. And in here you can see this is your front end website, where the whole world can see this portion of your website. Right now it's looking like this, but we can turn this into anything we like. And by the way, if you notice the black bar on the top here, only we can see this as we are logged in as admin of this website. Other than that, no visitor will be able to see this. So now I want to show you some simple settings on the dashboard. So let's go back to the dashboard, and from here under the settings, let's click on the general. Then here you can actually change your site title like Jim Fahad Digital, and we have tagline here. Actually in here you can put some meaningful stuff like best landing page of 2024. This can actually help you rank on the search engines. Now in here we have date and time format. From here you can choose any format of date and time. Then from here I'm gonna just save the changes. And now I'm gonna show you a very important settings, which is permalink settings. So in here, click on this permalink options, and under the permalink structure, as we can see, this is set as day and name, but sometime it can be plain or sometime it can be month and name, but I highly recommend you to set this as the post name permalink. I'll show you a simple demonstration of difference between plain and post name permalinks. So on the first one, this is the plain permalink. In here, as you can see, it will be like your website.com / a bizarre number, and then we have the post name permalink. If you set to the post name permalink, your URL address will be something like your website.com / a page name like about us or a post name. So this will be more human readable. It will look nice, and also this will help you to rank on the search engines as well. Alright, now let's save the changes. Now I want to make you familiar with the theme under appearance. Let's click on the themes. We can see we have a list of themes here, in here, this 2024 theme is active, which we can see right in our front-end website. So basically this theme is working as our front-end website. Now from here we can add new theme by clicking on this big add new theme button. Under the add themes, we have actually thousands of themes we can install. Also you can search themes from here. So let's search Hello Elementor, and from here you can just click on the install to install the theme and click on the activate to activate the theme, and the theme will be activated here. So right now the Hello Elementor theme is activated, and if we go back to our front-end website and let's refresh this page, now we can see the Hello Elementor theme is working as our front-end website. I know this is looking boring and empty, but trust me, we can turn this simple page to a stunning page by using page builders. And we all know what is the best page builder for WordPress, the Elementor. We're gonna use the Elementor Pro for creating our landing page, but I'll let you know you can still create the 90% of the landing page using Elementor free. But it is best to have the Elementor Pro to do more advanced and interesting things. So to get the Elementor Pro, you can go to Jim Fahad digital website, and also the link is in the description. And from here under the important links, let's click on this Get Elementor Pro. And it will take you to the Elementor pricing page. In here you have different plans for Elementor Pro. With Elementor Pro, you can do a lot more, like making animated websites, blogs, or even online stores without needing to know how to code. Think about this. Hiring someone to build your website can cost thousands of dollars. With Elementor Pro, you start at $59. That's a huge save. You can buy this plan. In here, you'll get Pro widgets, theme builder, premium support, and you can create one website with this plan. And then we have the advanced and the expert plans. From here, I highly recommend you to use this advanced plan or the expert plan. Here with the both of these plans, they have all the features unlocked for Elementor Pro. So basically you will be able to use the full power of the Elementor, and you can unlock the full potential of making a website. You get premium support, 82 Pro widgets, dynamic content to sell stuff online, custom code and CSS, a way to add your own code, and things like form builder, e-commerce features. With this advanced plan, you can create up to 3 websites. Like today you're making a restaurant website, tomorrow you'll make a portfolio website, and next week you want to make an e-commerce website. So you don't need to purchase the essential plan 3 times. If you want to create 3 websites with this essential plan, you will cost $180 to make it. But with the advanced plan, you can make 3 websites only for $99. Here with the expert plan, you can create up to 25 sites. This is a perfect plan for freelancers who need to create multiple websites. And if you are an agency owner, here comes the perfect plan for your agency. With this agency plan, you can create up to 1,000 websites, and you will get all the features of the Elementor Pro only for $399. Like you can make a client's website and they might pay you $500 to $3,000, but your cost, if we just calculate the pricing, we're getting 1,000 websites, so 1,000, and let's divide it by $399. So as you can see, you are getting only $2.5 of cost for each website. In my opinion, that's a great win. Like you can make a client's website and they might pay you $500 to $3,000, but what your cost? Just about $2.5. If you ask me, it's a smart investment. So let's buy our package. So for now, I'm gonna go with the advanced plan. So click on the buy now, and in here you have to create an account. You can continue with Google, Facebook, or Apple, or you can continue with your email. So let's go here. You can put your email address here. I am putting mine, and let's set a password. Then let's create my account. Then from here you can put your first and last name. I'm putting mine, and most of the thing here is optional, so I'm gonna just skip this and click on the continue. And from here you can use your card or PayPal as a payment method. So I'm just gonna put my card information, and on the right side I'm gonna click Pay Now. And after purchasing the Elementor Pro, we are at the Elementor dashboard. From here you can link your website on the WordPress. So from here, the only thing we're gonna do is, on the top right, we have the download icon here. If you click this, and in the downloads, we have Elementor Pro Advanced. Now click this, and then the Elementor Pro zip will be downloaded on your device. Alright, now let's close all of these, and let's go back to our dashboard. And now we have to add our Elementor Pro. So let's click on the Add New Plugin again. And this time, instead of installing or searching, let's click on this Upload Plugin button. And from here, you can upload the zip file we have just downloaded from the Elementor Pro. So from here, I'm gonna select the Elementor Pro zip. Then I'm gonna click on Install Now. And in here, our Elementor Pro is installed successfully. So now from here, let's click on the Active Plugin. Now in here in the plugin, you can see we have the Pro Elementor. Now let's click on the Connect and Activate button. Then in here, you have to sign in to your Elementor account to connect this to your WordPress. I'm gonna click on the Sign In. Now you'll see something like this. Now you will see a page like this, and from here, just click on the Active My License button. And in your WordPress dashboard, under the license settings, you can see the Elementor is active here. And now in the plugins, we can see our Elementor and Elementor Pro is fully activated. Now I'm really excited to show you the power of the Elementor Pro. Now let's directly go to the pages. And in here you can see we have two pages. This page actually came by default, so let's select this page, and from the bulk action, click on the Move to Trash, then Apply, and it will be moved to the trash. And also from the trash, you can permanently delete these, like this, and also you can close this. And finally in here, we're gonna add our page. So let's click on the Add New Page. You can close these pop-ups, and in here you can add any title to your page that you are comfortable with. Like you can just name it Awesome Landing Page, and then click on the Publish. Then let's go back by clicking on this WordPress icon. So in the pages, you can see we have just created this awesome landing page. So now you can click on here or click on this Edit to open this in here. And now from here, to edit this page with the Elementor Pro, let's click on this Edit with Elementor. And it will directly take us to the Elementor page builder. From here, you can just close this notification pop-up. And we are at our Elementor page builder where the fun part begins. From here, I'm gonna close this navigator. And in here, you can see this text, and everything is very similar to our front-end website here. These are coming by default from the Hello Elementor theme. But right now, I'm not gonna use this. So to disable them, let's click on the settings icon on the bottom left. And down here, under the page layout, let's select the Elementor canvas. And it will be all clean and empty. And under this beautiful box, we're gonna create our masterpiece. But first, let me introduce you the left part of the Elementor. So from here, let's just close this notice. And in here, we have many items like heading, image, text editor, video, button. These are called Elementor elements or Elementor widgets. These are actually basically building blocks of the Elementor to create something. And from here, if we scroll down, we can see a Pro drop down here. You see all the elements or widgets. You can only use this if you have the Pro Elementor. If you only have the Elementor free version, you only have access to some few plugins like these basic ones. But if you have the Elementor Pro, you have access to all these premium and advanced widgets or element like this. Alright, Now I'm gonna give you some basic example of how the Elementor page builder works. So if you click on this plus icon, you will have two options. Let's click on this first option, Flexbox, and in here you have many structures. For now, let's click on the first one, and after selecting the structure, we can see we are having a basic box, and on the left side we can see all these are this box's properties. For example, if we grab this min height and slide it to the right, you can see the box is getting longer, and if we drag it down to the left, it will be shorter again. Or alternatively, you can put some custom values like 400, and the box will have the 400 pixel of height. So for example, let's make it like 500 pixel, and under the justify content, let's select this center option. I will explain this option to you in few moments. So for now, let's add an element. For now, let's color this box we have just added. So to color, let's go under the style tab from top here, and in here we have the background option, and under the background type, let's select on this classic one. Then here under the color, let's click on here, and you will have a full color picker. From here you can pick any color by sliding these knobs, and also you can put your custom color, like I'm putting black. So now this box is fully black. So let's add a new item inside this box. So to add new items, you can click on this grid icon, and from here let's drag a heading. You can click on this heading or drag and drop this heading inside this box like this. And in here you can double click and change the text directly from here, or you can change the text from here in this field. Like I'm typing Jim Fahad Digital. Now under the style, we have alignment property here. We can align the item to left, center or right using this property. So I'm just gonna make it center. Then if you want to color this text, we have the text color option. In here, as you can see, we are having a default color, but if we click on here, you can choose any color you like. I'm gonna make it white color. Then let's close it. Then we have typography option. In here, if we click on this pencil icon, we will have a typography option here. And under the font family option, you can choose any Google font you like. For example, you select this font, and the font will be instantly changed to that font. And one of my favorite font is Poppins. So from here you can actually search your favorite font and it will be appear here. Click on this to make it your own font. And also we have the size. With the size you can control the text size like this, and of course you can put the custom value. Then we have font weight here. In the weight you can make your text thin or make your text bold. The lower the number is, the thinner will get the text, and the higher the number is, the bolder it will get. So for now I'm gonna select the 600, which is semi-bold. Then we have the transform here. In here you can make your text fully uppercase or fully lowercase or capitalize. I'm gonna keep it default for now. And in the style you can make it italic, normal, or anything you like. You can just play with these options as you like. Alright, now we have the line height here. With the line height, we can decide the line height of this text. Then we have the letter spacing here. With the letter spacing, you can literally add space between each of your letters like this. And then we have the word spacing. Similarly, you can add space between each of your words like this. But for now, I'm gonna make it all default by selecting the value and clicking on the backspace like this. Now let's add another element inside this box. So let's click on the grid icon. Then let's drag this text editor widget after this heading. In here, you can just change your text. This is right now a demo text. So from the style, I'm gonna make it center with the alignment. Then also you have the color option for this text editor as well. I'm gonna make it like this. And then of course you have the typography. Let's make the size like this. Basically for the text, everything is same with the color and the typography. Now let's add another thing, like let's add a button underneath this text editor. And for the button, you can change the text in here. Instead of the click here, let's type it learn more. Then under the link, you can actually put link to your button like http:// //jimfahaddigital.com. And now whenever a visitor will click on this button, this will take them to the link we have just put. Cool, right? Now to style this button, let's go to Style tab, and in here let's make it center. Then we also have the typography in here. Let's make this pop-in fonts. Let's make it pop-in font as well. Then let's adjust the size like this, and you can change the text color of this button like red, blue, anything you like. Also you can change the background color of this button. So let's make it like this and this. Also you can put some padding on the button. With the padding you can add space inside your button. So basically this is how you add elements and style them. But now let's say you want to add space between your elements. For example, you want to add more space after this text editor. So to do that, let's click on this text editor, and on the top let's click on this third tab, which is Advanced tab. And in here we have the margin and padding property. By using margin and padding, we can add space between elements. For example, here in the margin, let's unlink this value to add separate values on the each side. For example, let's increase this number on the bottom like 40 pixel, and you can notice it's added some space from the bottom as we put some number on the bottom. And now let's put some number on the top, and it will add some space on the top. So we can do the same with the right or left like this. So that's how you add space with the margin property. And the padding property actually works very similar. Like if we put 40 pixel, it will add the same value of the space. Although it works very similarly, but it's not the same property. It has its own different use cases. So we will learn these later in this tutorial. So for now, let's make it all 0. And now, for example, you don't like an element from here and you want to delete it. So to delete an element, let's select the element, for example this button, and then right click on this element. Then we have the delete option here. Let's click on the delete and the element will be gone. Just right click and delete. And if you want to delete the whole thing, the whole box, click on this X button to delete the full box with the inside elements. And if you want to undo your actions, you can click Ctrl Z to undo your action, or you can click Ctrl Y to redo your actions. Alright? So this was the very simple demonstration of how Elementor Page Builder works. Now let's delete this whole thing. And now I want to make you familiar with a concept, which is Flexbox concept. If you learn and practice the Flexbox concept in the Elementor Page Builder, you can create any structure or any layout all by yourself. So this will be very important for you to learn, so let's pay attention. So in here, let's again click on this plus icon and select the Flexbox. Then in here we have many structure, like we have direction column, we have direction row, we have double container, but the mostly used structures are this column and this row structure. So let's select this one. So as you know, it adds a basic box, and in here let's just make the min height 700 pixel to make it really long. Now inside this box I want another box, so let's click on this grid icon and let's drag this container and drop it here. This container we have just added inside this main container. So this container we have just added, we can call it the child container of this main container we added before. So let's color this for you to better understand. So let's select the main container first, then from the style, you know how to add background color. So in here I'm gonna select a background color like very light blue, and then let's select this child container, and from the style, background color, in the color I'm gonna make it blue but little bit deeper. Now in here, now let's select this child one. Now on this child one, let's go to layout tab, then under the width we can control its width. Then here under the content width we can select full width, and under the width we can control the width like this. Let's select the pixel property to give it a very straight value like 250 pixel. And now I want more child element like this, so we can right click and duplicate this to have exactly the same child container. So I want another one, so duplicate again, So basically we are having 3 child element inside this parent element or parent container. So let's select this parent container, and under the layout tab we have the justify content that we have used it before. Now I'll tell you how it works. So from here, if you select the center, the all element or containers inside this box will be vertically centered. Also you can select end to make it all to the end, or you can choose space between to add equal gaps between the child elements. So I'm gonna make it center for now, and we have the align items property. From here you can make all the items inside this container horizontally centered. Then after this we have gaps. With the gaps you can control the gaps between the elements inside this container. So I made it 0, so there is no gap between right now. So let's make it 40, or you can increase. As you can see, it adds a specific gaps between the elements. And now it's time to make you familiar with this direction property. Currently it's selected as the column directed, as we choose the structure, the column one, this one, as you remember. Now from here we can actually turn the whole main container into a row directed container like this. Once we made this, you can see the inner elements is ordered horizontally. Select the column vertical to make it ordered vertically, and row to make it ordered horizontally. And now I'm gonna make you familiar with the parent and child relationship in the Elementor a little bit. So from here let's add another element, but inside this child container. So in here actually we can make it a little bit longer like this. Alright, now let's select this child container, the middle one, and if we make it justify content center and align item center, it will align the button inside. And if you notice one thing, if we select the main container, and from here let's make it justify content start or align item start, it will align the inner child, the blue ones, inside this box, but not this child of this child container. So basically by making changes on the main container, it's getting affected on the blue containers, not on this button, because these blue containers are the immediate child of this main container, and this button is the immediate child of this small child container. Alright, so this is how the flex concept works. It's very simple once you fully understand it, and once if you master the flex concept inside Elementor, you can build literally any layout or structures. Alright, so if you're confused by something or didn't get anything, you can just rewatch 2 to 5 minutes back and it will be fully clear for you. Other than that, I think it's enough theoretical talking, because I like more practical stuff rather than theoretical stuffs. So now let's delete all these things and let's go ahead and make our landing page practically step by step. And one thing here, as you know, this tutorial will be hours long, so if you are ready to invest your next 2-3 hours, then you can follow this full tutorial. But let's say all of you don't have such long time, or you are on a rush and you want your website really fast instead of watching hours long video, then I have another approach for you. You can use a ready template from KitPapa.com. Of course, we will create our website step by step from scratch, but the KitPapa.com is for the people who want to create their website seamlessly and also really fast, like within few clicks. So here, let me give you a quick tour of KitPapa.com. So in here, you have almost every categories of website you can imagine. Like you have business, agency, portfolio, technology and apps, education, food and restaurant, sport and fitness. You can just name it. All of these are perfectly dedicated ready templates for each of the categories. So by using these templates, you can not only create website for yourself, but also for your clients within few clicks. So let's say you have a client who is a lawyer and he wants to make his website really professional and at the same time really fast. For that, they have a lawyer category here. Under the lawyer category, we can see they have 3 kits or 3 templates. Let's check this one out. You can buy the ready template from here and it's only $14.99. Then if you scroll down, you'll see all the documentation and also a video installation guide to install this ready template within few clicks. So basically you can actually watch this only 3 minutes video to skip the whole 3 hours video. Alright, now also you will find a very interesting stuff here. If you click on this live demo, in here the whole website or the template will be shown in a beautiful iframe like this. In here you can fully interact with the website, you can go to pages, and most importantly you can check the responsiveness like this very easily. Or of course you can view the full site by visiting the site like this. Alright, now let's exit here. From here you can buy the template. As you can see, it's very affordable. And also if you are a freelancer or an agency, you can actually get their all buy package. With their all buy package, you can get full access to their all premium kits, like every items on their site at once. And also you can see there is a limited time discount is going on where you can get the lifetime access on all their products only just for $59. In my opinion, that's a great deal. Like you can see, they have 180 plus premium kits and they upload 10 plus new templates per month. And also you will get access to their future products. That means whenever they are going to add a new item, you will own them instantly. So basically you are getting all their pre-made professional kits for lifetime. With this ready professional templates, you can buy this only for $59 and charge your clients thousands of dollars for one website very easily. So in my opinion, that's a great win for you. So if you want to buy their package, I recommend you to grab this through the limited time discount. So you will save a lot of money. So now let's go back to the KitPapa homepage, and from here let's search Saasify, and you'll see we have this template called Saasify, SaaS landing page for Elementor. In this tutorial, we're gonna make our site exactly like this. If you want to buy this website, you can buy it and install this within few clicks. And if you want to make this step by step from scratch, then let's go to our WordPress and start building this website. But before that, I'm just gonna do some simple settings inside the Elementor page builder. So let's click on this hamburger icon on the top left corner, and then let's click on the site settings. And in here, under the settings, we have layout option. Click here. Then here, under the content width, let's add our width 1250 pixel. Then we have gaps here. We're just gonna make this 0. Then here we're gonna do one last thing. In here we have breakpoints. Let's click on these breakpoints and it will open this. Now we have mobile and tablet for our responsive mode. Now let's add one more thing, which is the laptop, and then click on update. Then finally click on this additional settings from here, and it will take you to the dashboard and in the Elementor. Inside here, let's click on this features, then little bit scroll down here and you will find nested elements. Let's select this nested elements active, then scroll down all the way to the end and let's save the changes. Now you can close this tab and go back to the Elementor page builder. Then from here, let's close this site settings, and now we are back in our canvas. Now I'll start making our site with the hero section or the banner section. We will make the header and the footer after we created every section on this page. So now let's make our banner section. So take a container, drag and drop inside this box, and we will have a basic box. Now in here, we're gonna make the direction column. Then I'm gonna turn on this navigator so you can see what is happening and what not. Then from here we have this container, so I'm gonna rename this container banner section. You can name the containers as you like. I'm just renamed it our banner section. Then I'm gonna go to the style tab of this banner section. Then here in the background, we're gonna select an image as a background image of our banner section. And by the way, you can find all the images and resources I have used in this tutorial in this Fahad digital website, and the link is in the description. And under the important links, click on this download the resource I have used in this tutorial. After that, you will have a images folder, In that folder, you will have all the images I'm going to use here. Alright, so let's click here, choose image. So this is WordPress media library. In here, you can upload any images or any media. So you can click on select files to choose any files from your device, or you can just drag and drop your files like this. And here my images are being uploaded. And here you can see all my images has been uploaded. So I'm gonna select this image like this and click on the select button. Then our image will be loaded. Then in here, remove this pop-up. And here in the image position, we're gonna select the top center. Then attachment, let's keep it default. Then repeat, no repeat. Then display size, we're gonna make it auto. And then we're gonna go ahead under the advanced tab. And in the padding, let's unlink first. Let's add some padding of 250 on the top, 15, 120 and 15 pixel. So this padding is actually added space inside this container, not outside. For example, if we have added the margin, like for example 100 pixel, you can see it's added 100 pixel space outside or around this container, not inside. But here in the padding, you get space inside of this container. Alright, now let's undo our action by Ctrl Z. Now let's click on the grid icon, and from here I'm gonna drag another container inside this banner container. Then I'm gonna make it direction row, then justify content space between. Then let's go ahead and make the padding all 0. Then I'm gonna click on the grid icon, and we need another container inside this. And just for better organization, in the navigator we're gonna just rename it col1, means column 1 or something like that. And here on the custom width, we're gonna select full width. Then here width, select percentage. Then in here let's type 41.66%. Then from here we're gonna search a widget which is called animated headline. This one, let's drag it in. This heading or text is not a common text, it's actually animated text. You can put nice animation effects around the text like this. So in here under the style, we're gonna keep it highlighted. Then shape, let's keep it circle, or you can choose any other, but according to our design, we're gonna make it circle. And then under this style tab, we're gonna make this shape color. We're gonna type our code F3, F3 and F3. It adds a white type of color. Then shape width, let's make it 2 pixel, or you can make any other pixel like this. So I'm gonna keep it 2 pixel. Then I'm gonna open this headline drop down. From here I'm gonna make the text color fully white, so FFF will make it fully white. Then here in the typography of the text, we're gonna search a font which is outfit, and then select this. Then we're gonna make the font size 50 pixel. Then font weight, let's keep it 600. Then line height, we're gonna make it, first let's select the EM property, then 1.2 EM. Then we're gonna close this, and under the animation text, we're gonna make this also white color, FFF. Then here in the typography, we're gonna keep it Roboto and everything as it is. Also, we're gonna make it outfit, and we can keep everything as it is, so it will be the same. Then we are going to add another container. So to add container, you can either drag and drop it, or you can do one thing, right click on this container, col1, then click duplicate, so it will make the duplicate of it. But let's rename this col-2, and then inside this let's delete this text, and it will remain empty. Now inside this, we're gonna add our text editor, and then we're gonna select this, and we're gonna make the width 50%. Then inside this container, we're gonna add a text editor. Then we're gonna make the text editor white color. Then typography, let's search outfit. Then font size 20 pixel. Then line height 1.7 EM. Alright, it's good. Now we're gonna add a container after this container where the to column is located. So we can drag and drop it like this. Then we're gonna make this container and add some margin like 80 pixel on the top, and it will add some space on the top. Then on the padding, instead of this pixel property, we're gonna select this custom mode and then unlink this. Then in here we can actually make it different property on each side. Like here we have 20%, but on the left here we have 15 pixel. Alright, now inside this we're gonna add an image. So I'm gonna drag the image widget. Then on the style tab I'm gonna make it 100%. Then height also I'm gonna make it 100%. Make sure you make the percent. And then we have border radius here. Here we will add 30 pixel, and the border radius will make this image nice and round. Then also we have object fit here. In here we're gonna make it cover. Then here we have object position. We're gonna keep it center. And now inside this, go to content and you will get to choose the image. So from here we're gonna select this image and select. We'll get it like this. Then we're gonna drag a container after this container. So I'm gonna make it like, I'm gonna drag it here, and it will add a container after this image. Then we're gonna make this container full width. Then in the width we're gonna select the pixel property. Then we're just gonna make it 302 pixel. Then here in the padding we're gonna make it padding 0. Then if you scroll down here we have position property here, or position option. In here we're gonna select the absolute. When you select the absolute property, you can put your element or move your element absolutely on a specific space. So first make it default, and let's make this horizontal orientation to the right, and horizontal offset let's make it 0, and let's make this vertical orientation to the top, and offset let's make it 50%. Now inside this container we're gonna add a widget. So let's go to the grid icon and search icon box, and we're just gonna drag the icon box inside this. And now we are having an icon box with an icon on the top, a heading on the middle, and a simple paragraph on the bottom. So first of all, I'll change the icon from here. You can click on this icon library, you can click on this icon library to choose icons, or you can upload your own SVG. So I'm gonna click on the icon library, and from here I'm just gonna search video to get this video icon, this one, and let's insert. Now we are having the icon. Now let's change our heading or the title. So in here I'm just gonna paste my text so I can just show you very fast. Now let's change the description to this live video call. Then from here in the view option, let's select the framed, and then we will have another option, the shape. From here let's keep it circle. Then let's go to the style tab, and from here under the icon position let's make it left, and then let's make the vertical alignment middle. And then from here icon spacing I'm gonna make it 20 pixel. Then content spacing I'm gonna make it 0. Then I'm gonna open this icon drop down, and here in the primary color I'm gonna make it fully white. Then here in the secondary color I'm gonna make it 5153 FF. Then I'm gonna make the size 30 pixel. Then padding 22 pixel. Now finally let's open the content here. We'll make the content color 04000 and B. Then here in the typography we're gonna make it outfit. Then font size I'm gonna make it 16 pixel. Then font weight I'm gonna make it 400. Then line height I'm gonna make it 28. Then we have description color. In here I'm gonna make the same color as the title, so 04000. And then here in the typography I'm gonna make it outfit. Then font weight 600. Then font size 20 pixel and line height 24 pixel. Then let's go to the advanced tab. In here in the margin let's unlink and add some margin 25 on the bottom. It's looking nice, but one last thing I want to do is I'm gonna scroll down all the way to the end, and we're gonna add a little bit of custom CSS. So let's open this custom CSS drop down. In here we have a field. We're not gonna type any code here, we're gonna just paste our code. So if we go to the Jimfa Digital website, if you scroll down here you will find banner icon box CSS, and in here let's just copy this whole code and go back there and simply paste the code. And as you can see we have a nice little details on the icon here. So the small styling will impact the overall design of this icon. Alright, so we want more icon like this, so we can just right click this and duplicate, right click and duplicate, And now we have to just change the contents. So for the second one, first we're gonna change the icon. We're gonna search data and we're gonna have the database icon. From here I'm gonna insert this. Then also I'm gonna change the title and of course the description. Now this one, I'm gonna search cog and I'm gonna choose this one. Then title, core settings, description, dynamic functionality, and then finally what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the middle one, and from the style inside this icon I'm gonna change this secondary color to 0B000B and it will be black color. Alright, we have done our icon box here, and overall the banner is looking pretty amazing. Now we're gonna make our banner section fully responsive. Your page fully responsive in the Elementor. First of all, you have to turn on this responsive mode and you will have a black bar over here, and from here you can check every device size. So first of all, let's check the laptop device. In the laptop device it's looking pretty perfect. Then on the tablet device we have to work a little bit here, so let's open this. And it's funny, how can we forget to change the content of this heading? So let's change it. So here I'm gonna paste the before text, like before this animation. Then in here I'm gonna put the text with the animation, and from the alignment I'm gonna make it left. Then also the text editor, in here in the content let's just paste our own text, and now it will be perfect. Then let's open this, and right now we will make our banner section fully responsive. So to make any section responsive, first of all you have to turn this responsive mode on the bottom, and you will see you will have a black bar with some devices like desktop, laptop, tablet and mobile. Let's check one by one. On the laptop everything is perfectly fine, don't need to work on this. Then let's check the tablet. On here let's work a little bit. Let's open this. Let's work here first. So let's grab this container where the call 1 and call 2 is located. Then instead of the direction row, let's make it direction column, and it will place everything vertically. Then select this call 1 where the text is or the heading is located. Then from the width let's make it percentage and let's just make it 100%. Then let's grab this call 2 and let's do the same, make it 100%. Grab this text editor widget inside this, and from the advanced tab let's add some padding like 15% on the right side, and the text will be perfectly fine. Now let's work on this here. So let's select this container. In here we made it position absolute earlier. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this whole container and right click, then duplicate, and now we're having two containers with icon boxes like this. You cannot see the other one because it's hidden behind the one. So I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna make one of them position default. So this is the last container we have just duplicated, which is this one. We need this one for the tablet, but we don't need this one. So we want to hide this from here, right? So from the advanced, let's scroll down and open this responsive tab. Then from here we have options for hiding on the desktop, laptop, tablet and mobile. We're gonna hide this from the tablet and also from the mobile, and it will be hidden like this with a gray shade. We can see it here on the editor, but if we close this we cannot see this, like it's nothing there. So let's open it and let's work on this one. And in the layout, and instead of the direction column we're gonna make a direction row like this. And also I'm just gonna move this container a little bit so it doesn't distract us. So select this from here. This one is this container. So we're just gonna move it like this. We're just gonna move it away somewhere else. It doesn't matter because we cannot see this. Then we're gonna grab this container. Then in here we have set the width like 300 pixel, but this time on the tab mode we're gonna make it 100%. Then we're gonna grab this big container where the image and this container is located, and from the padding here I'm gonna make it all 0 to make it fully use the space. Then I'm gonna select this individual icon box Then from the style tab, I'm gonna make the icon position on the top, so icon will be on the top. Then alignment, I'm gonna make it left to make it all left. Then also for this one, icon position top, alignment left, and this one as well, like this. And finally, let's grab this container and justify content. Let's make it space between to add equal gaps between the items. Now if we see here on the tab mode, and finally we're gonna grab this image container. Then from the advanced tab on the margin, we're gonna decrease the margin, like I'm gonna add 30 pixel margin on the top. And if we check the tablet view, the banner is looking. And also let's grab this one, and in the advanced, let's add some margin on the top, like 40 pixel. And finally let's grab this banner section, the main container. And from the advanced tab, instead of the 250 pixel, I'm just gonna make it 150 pixel on the top, 15 pixel on the right, and 150 on the bottom, 15 pixel on the left. And if we check the tab version of this banner, it's looking perfect. Now let's check the mobile version. On the mobile mode, let's work on this. Let's grab the banner section, and from the padding, I'm gonna make it 100 pixel on the top and 70 pixel on the bottom, and everything will be fine. But for this one, now I'm just gonna hide this whole container from the responsive for mobile mode, and it will be hidden and everything will be fine. Now our banner section is fully responsive. Now let's go ahead and make our next section. So from here, let's click on that grid icon and grab one new container. Then I'm gonna close this banner section on the navigator to give you a clean view. Now I'm gonna rename this section or container process section. Then I'm gonna make it direction vertical, then align center, and then I'm gonna go to style tab, and as a background I'm gonna choose an image. So from here, from the library, I'm gonna choose this one. Then let's make the position center, attachment, default, repeat, no repeat, and then display size, contain. So right now we can barely see the image, but I'll show you how the image will look like when we add more elements inside this box. So let's for now use the min height. Here, as you can see, the image will look like this once we start adding new items in this container. Alright, so now inside this container, let's drag a container in, and we're gonna rename this container section heading, because inside this container we're gonna keep our section title and section pre-title. So from the grid icon, let's take a heading inside this. From here, I'm gonna make it h4 from the HTML tag, and it will be a little smaller. Then from the style tab, in the alignment, I'm gonna make it center. Then the text color, I'm gonna make it FF8A43, and it will give us a kind of orange type of color. Then typography, we're gonna make it outfit, font size 20 pixel, font weight 600, then transform, let's make it uppercase to make it fully uppercase. Then the line height, let's make it 1.2 em. And then of course let's change the content. Then after this pre-title, we're gonna add a section title after this. So we're gonna add a heading. Then here let's change the content, and from the style tab, let's make it center, and also the color, let's make it 04000 and B. Then in the typography, let's make it outfit. Then let's make the size 42 pixel. Then the line height 1.3 em. Also on this one, on the free title, in the advanced tab, let's add some margin on the bottom, like 20 pixels, so it will add some space. If you noticed one thing, every time we add a text or anything, we have to repeat the things. Like for this one, we have to repeat this color so many times. So what we can do is, we can add this color on our stock in the Elementor. So next time when we're gonna need this color, we can select this color by one click. So from here in the color, we have this color, right? So from here, I'm gonna click on this plus icon, says create new global color. From here, I'm gonna add a name of this color, so I'm just gonna name it dark color since it's not fully black. Then I'm gonna create this, and for example, let's add a new heading, and in the style text color, instead of typing the color code every time, we can click on this earth icon on the left side. From here, you see we have added the dark color is here. If you click that color, it will be the exact same color we want. Cool, right? Now after this, we're gonna add a new container after this heading, or after this section heading container. It will look like this. Now for this container, I'm gonna make it row directed, then justify content center. Then we need another container inside this, and then I'm gonna make this full width, and width here I'm gonna make it 50%. Then align, I'm gonna make it center. Then inside this container, we're going to add another one. Also, we're gonna make it full width. Then width, we're gonna select the pixel property and make it 300 pixel. Then min height, also let's make it 300 pixel. Then justify content center. Then let's make the padding 50 pixel on every side. Then let's click on the grid icon and search image box, and let's add the image box in this inside this container. Then let's select the image for this. I'm gonna select this one, and let's change the content, title, and also the description. I'm gonna remove the description as we don't need. Then I'm gonna go to style tab, and here image position, make sure you select the top, and then image spacing, let's make it 5 pixel. Then let's open the image drop down. From here, let's make the image 100%. Then let's open the content drop down, and in the title here, let's make the color the dark color we have just added. Then typography, let's make it outfit, then 20 pixel and 24 line height. This is the image box, right? Now I'm gonna select this container where the image box is placed, and from here in the style tab, then here background type classic, and we're gonna add a background color here. We're gonna add EF, and FF, this color, and we want to make this box fully round, so let's open this border drop down. From here we have the border radius option. Using the border radius, as you know, we can make the elements round like this, but instead of doing like this, I'm gonna make it present property and make it all 50% to make it fully round. After that, let's select this container and right click this, and let's duplicate this. And now let's change the contents of the second one. So from here, I'm gonna select this image, and also let's change the title. And then I'm gonna add another container after this, and it will be added here, but I'm gonna select this wrapper container here where the 3 container is placed, and from here I'm gonna make it wrap, and it will be aligned like this, 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. Now let's select this one, the new one we have just added, and then let's make it full width, and also let's make the width 55%. Then in here we're gonna add an image, so let's drag an image inside, and from here let's select this image, this one, and after that I'm gonna add another container inside this container like this, and it will add a container before this one. So right now we're having the structure like this. Inside this container we have this container, this, and this one. Now I'm gonna grab the second last container and drag it after this last container like this. And now inside this container, I'm gonna select one of this container and right click, then copy, and I'm just gonna paste the container, and we will have the exact container like this. And of course let's change the contents. First image, for the image I'm gonna choose this one, the gear, and of course the title. I'm gonna paste my text. Then after that I'm gonna go to grid icon and search counter, and we will have this counter widget. I'm gonna drag this counter widget and place it here like this, and then inside this I'm gonna make the starting number 0 and then ending number I'm gonna make it 276. Then number prefix I'm gonna keep it 1, then number suffix I'm gonna make it k, and then in the style tab, in the color, I'm just gonna make it dark color, and typography, outfit, then size I'm gonna make it 60 pixel, then line height I'm gonna select EM and then 1 EM. Then let's open the title drop down here, and in the color here let's make the color 666666, and we'll have a gray type of color. And then for this typography I'm gonna choose outfit, then font size 16, and line height let's make it 2 EM. And of course in the content let's change the title of this bottom one like this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select this and duplicate this counter, and then I'm gonna drag one of the counter before this round container just like this, and then I'm gonna grab this main container where the 3 thing is placed. In here I'm gonna make this direction row, and then I'm gonna make the space between on the justify content, and then I'm gonna make the align items center to make it vertically centered, and then on the second counter I'm gonna make the ending number 90, and the suffix I'm gonna make it %, so it will make it like 90%. And then of course the title, let's paste out text. So basically we have added 2 counters that counts from 0 to a specific number. So here this is one of the way to lay out the 3 things like this, but it can actually give us a hard time on the responsive mode like in the tab or the mobile. Alright, so I'm gonna show you a very efficient way to place 3 things specifically for this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this main container of this 3 child, and from here I'm gonna right click and add a new container after this container. Alright, then what I'm gonna do is drag this counter inside this, and also drag this counter inside this. Now it's not centered, so let's select this one, and instead of the justify content space between, let's make it center, and it will be centered. Select the new one, then from here let's make it direction row and justify content space between. Now in the advanced tab, in here in the layout, on the top I'm gonna make it margin 200 pixel, and by using margin you can add reverse space on an element. And for example, instead of the top, if we make the right margin minus 100 pixel, it will pull itself towards the right side. Alright, so let's make it minus 200, and it will be aligned with the round container like this. And later, trust me, in the mobile and tab version it will be very efficient to make it responsive. Now on this container where the 2 counter is placed, and from the advanced, in here we're gonna add some simple custom CSS to achieve a nice effect. So let's go to the website. Now from here, if you scroll down, here you will find working process CSS. From here just copy all this code, and let's go back to Elementor, and here just paste it, and you will have a nice border in this container. And let's grab this container, and in the layout let's just make it align item center to make it vertically center. And now with the custom CSS and all these nice linking images, it's looking pretty nice, and also it's looking very advanced. Now it's time to check our responsiveness. So in the laptop mode it's perfect. Then in the tab mode we have to work here a little bit, so let's open this, and in here in the advanced we're gonna just remove the margin and make it like this. Then I'm gonna select this. From the layout I'm gonna make this justify content center. Then I'm gonna grab this first counter, and in the advanced tab I'm gonna add some padding on the right like 50 pixel, and also on the left 50 pixel, and also for this one 50 on the right and 50 on the left. Then I'm gonna select the first counter and go to style tab. Then from here under the advanced tab, I'm gonna open this border drop down. Then from the border type, I'm gonna select solid, and then in the border width, I'm gonna make it all 0, then only keep the border on the right side. So on the right side, I want 1 pixel of border, and then as you can see, we are having a border which is separating the 2 counter. But let's style the border a little bit. So let's make the border color. I'm gonna type the code 6D like this, and the border will look like this. Now on this container, I'm gonna go to advanced tab. I'm gonna add some margin on the top, like 50 pixel, and everything is looking perfect on the tab also. Then let's check on the mobile. In here, first of all, I'm gonna select this section title. Then here in the typography, I'm just gonna decrease the font size like 36 pixel and it will look nice. Then second, we're gonna grab this and I'm gonna grab this container. Then from here in the layout, I'm gonna make it 300 pixel and it will be nicely round again. Then I'm gonna copy the style. Then also for this one, grab the container and 300 pixel like this, 300 pixel. And here we have this. For the mobile version, we're gonna just hide this from the responsive like this, and it will be hidden. Now select this container and this parent container where this container and this container is placed, this one. And from the advanced, let's just make the padding all 0 and it will be nicely round again. And only this here, I want to add some space on the bottom. So select this, then this, and in the advanced, let's add some margin of 20 pixel. And then in here, let's open this. For this one, let's select this counter, the first one. And from here, let's first remove the border by unlinking this. It will be 0, so the border will be gone. And also in the layout, in the advanced, let's make the padding all 0 and add some margin on the bottom like 40 pixel, and it will be beautifully placed. Now let's exit from the responsive mode. And as you can see here, our border is not gone yet, so let's open this and select this. Instead of keeping it all 0, in here in the solid, let's make it none and it will be gone. Now we can say our process section is done and it's looking stunning. And now let's move to our next section. So let's click on the grid icon and add a brand new container, and we're gonna name this container features section, and we're just gonna close this process section so it will be organized. Alright, now in here I'm gonna make it direction row. Then here in the style, I'm gonna choose a background image. So in here I'm gonna select this one. Then position, I'm gonna make it top center. Then repeat, no repeat, and display size cover. And also alongside the background image, I'm gonna also add background color. So I'm gonna add like EF, FF. So if I try to show you, it will look like this. Alright, and by the way, also let's make it wrap on this layout. Now let's go to advanced tab, and in the padding, I'm gonna make it 120 pixel on the top, 15, 70 on the bottom, and 15 on the left. Then I'm gonna add an image widget inside this. Then from the style, I'm gonna make the width 100%. Then in the advanced, I'm gonna make the custom width. Here in the width, I'm gonna make it custom and I'll make the width 20%. Then if you scroll down here, we have position here. We're gonna make it absolute. Then we're gonna make the horizontal orientation to the right and vertical orientation to the top, and it will be all the way to the right like this. And let's just choose the image. I'm gonna choose this image and it will look like this. Alright, now let's go ahead and add our section title and the free title. So instead of adding it manually each time, let's copy and paste the whole thing. So select this, it's called section heading, this container. Let's copy this and paste it inside this, and it will come up like this, but we have to change the color as this section is having a background color which is colorful. So from here in the style, I'm gonna choose the color all the way to the white. Also this one, I'm gonna make it fully white. Also, of course, let's change the titles, and for this one also. Now let's go ahead and add another container after this heading. I'm gonna rename this container a box. You'll know the reason in few moments. So in here, let's select the container and let's make it full width. Then in here, width, let's make it 50%, and the padding, let's make it 25 on the right and 15 on the left. Then let's add another container inside this. Then let's make it direction row and justify content space between. Then I'm gonna make the margin 50 pixel on the bottom and the padding 70 pixel, 70 pixel and 50 pixel. And then in the style, I'm gonna add a background color. I'm gonna make it fully white, so FFF like this. And inside this, I want another container, and I'm gonna make this container full width. Then width, I'm gonna select the pixel property, then 110 pixel. Then I'm gonna make the justify content space between. Then in here, I'm gonna make the right 30 pixel padding. And also, let's select this container that is having the white color, and let's open the border and add some border radius. Like in here, I'm gonna make the border type solid and add the border width 2 pixel, and let's make the border color this color E3 EC F6, and it will have a border color since our background is colorful, so it will stand out a little bit. And in the border radius, I'm gonna make it 30 pixel to make it nicely round. And by the way, also let's select this container, this section heading container. We can see we have mistakenly added this container inside this section heading, but we don't want that. So what we can do is we can select this container, the box container. We want the box container out of this section heading, so I'm just gonna drag it up like this before the heading section like this, and again reverse the process, grab the section heading and drag it on the top, and it will be nicely outside of this section heading box. It's a nice trick to apply. Now let's select section heading, this one, and from the advanced, now let's add some margin here. Let's unlink, and on the bottom let's put like 60 pixel like this, and it will be nicely placed like this. Now let's come back to this container and focus here. So I'm gonna select this, and from here I'm gonna make the weight 110, so we will have a tiny container, and inside this little container I want an image widget, so I'm dragging and drop. Then let's select an image. I'm gonna select this one. Now in the style here, I'm gonna make it, let's select the percent, let's select the pixel and let's make it 80 pixel. Then after that, I want to add an icon, so I'm gonna drag and drop this icon after this image. Then from here, icon, I'm gonna remove this icon, and instead of selecting it from the icon library, I'm gonna select this upload SVG and click enable from here. And here you can upload your SVG file that you are having inside your images that you have downloaded from the video's link. So this too is the SVG file, so you have to upload one by one like this. And now we have the arrow, so we needed the arrow here, so let's insert the media, and in here you can see the arrow is loaded. Now I'm gonna open the style tab. Then from here I'm gonna make it left. Now I'm gonna make the primary color 5153 FF. Then here we have size, let's make the icon size 70 pixel. Then here rotate, let's make it 45 degree, so it will be rotated 45 degree. Then I'm gonna add another container after this container in here. Then inside, do this full width. Then for this container, I'm gonna make the width 100%. Let's first select the percentage property, then let's make it 100%. Then I'm gonna make the padding of this container 0. Then inside this container, I'm gonna add a heading. Then I'm gonna paste my text. Then under the style tab, let's make the text color dark color, and typography, outfit, and font size 27 pixel, and line height, let's make it 32 pixel. And let's add margin on the bottom 15 pixel. And then after this heading, let's add a text editor. Then I'll change the content. Then under the style tab, I'm gonna make the color. Let's type a code 666666. It gives you a gray type of color. And then in the typography, let's make it outfit. Font size 16. And then line height 1.7 em. And I'm gonna add some margin like 15 pixel on the bottom. After that, we're gonna search icon list widget, icon list, and I'm gonna add this. And in here, first of all, let's change the contents here. Let's delete the other ones and let's make this. And let's go to the icon library and let's search circle, and let's select this icon, insert, and then let's duplicate or clone this item, and inside this let's just change the text. Now let's go to style tab. Then let's make the space between 5. Then let's open the icon, and in here let's type a color 5153 FF. Then let's make the size 6 pixel. Then let's make the gap 10 pixel. And now let's open the text, and then let's make the typography 16 pixel and line height 1.7 em. And here in the color, text color, let's make it 666666. Alright, now it's looking beautiful. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this container and right click, then duplicate. And I want 2 more, so duplicate and duplicate. Now basically we're having 4 cards within this section. So now let's change our cards content. Let's start with this. I'm gonna change the icon. I'm gonna make it this. Then I'm gonna change the title. Now this. Change the icon. Let's choose this. And let's change the icon. And let's paste the text. Then this icon. I'm gonna choose this one. Then the title. Alright, now it's looking pretty nice. Now let's check the responsiveness of this section. So in the laptop it's good. Then in the tablet we have to work on this. So let's select this container in here, and instead of the direction row we're gonna make a direction column, and it will be aligned like this. And also let's select this icon, and from the advanced we're gonna remove this icon from tablet and mobile device. So it will be like this, and it's looking very nice. So I'm gonna do the same with all these cards. So let's select this column, and in the responsive, hide on the tablet and mobile. Just repeat the process, and it will be perfect looking in the tablet mode. Alright, now let's check the mobile mode. In here, let's select this main container, the features section. Now in the advanced tab we have so much padding here, so let's make it, and let's keep some padding on the top and bottom, like 50 pixel on the top and 20 pixel on the bottom. Then let's select this container, the each box. Now from here we have some padding here. Let's first of all make it all 0, then unlink this. Then on the right 15 and on the left 15 pixel. And now let's select inside this container, and in the advanced let's make it 40 on the top, 40 on the bottom, then 30 on the left and 30 on the right. And it will be nice looking here. Then let's copy this and paste the style inside this one first, like this, and all of them. Select this box container, paste the style. Also select this box, the last one, and paste the style. Now finally select this container inside, copy, paste the style, and paste the style, and it will be perfect in the mobile view. So let's exit the responsiveness. So our features section is done. Now let's move to our next section. So now let's take a new container in, and I'm gonna rename this container our service service section. Then I'm gonna make it direction column, then justify content space between. Then I'm gonna make the padding 120 pixel, 15 pixel, 120 pixel, and 15 pixel. Then I'm gonna take a container inside. I'm gonna make it full width. Then I'm gonna make the width 50%. Then let's make it direction row and justify content space between. Then let's make the padding. Let's make it 0, 50 pixel, then 150 pixel and 50 pixel. Then I'm gonna add a border from the style here. Let's click on the border, and from here let's select the border type solid. Then unlink this, and let's add 2 pixel of border on the bottom. Then let's make the border color 7A, 7A, and 7A. Now we are having a nice border. Then inside this container, let's add another container. Then let's make it full width and width 65%. Then padding, let's make it 0. And inside this container, I'm gonna add an image widget like this. Let's select our image. For this one, I'm gonna choose this image. Then after this container, I want to add another container, so let's click here, and you can click on this add new container, and it will add a container alongside this. And let's make this container 30 pixel and also the padding all 0. And in this container, let's add another image widget, and then I'm gonna select this one. Then inside this image here in the margin, I'm gonna add 90 pixel margin on the top like this. And let's now add another image after this image, and let's make it this image. And also for this one on the margin, I'm gonna add 30 pixel on the top. I'm gonna add another image after this container like this, and in this image let's select our image. I'm gonna choose this one, and from the advanced tab I'm gonna make this position to absolute, and also from here I'm gonna make it custom, and custom width I'm gonna make it 40%. Then from here in the horizontal orientation I'm gonna keep it left. Then horizontal offset I'm gonna make it, let's first select the percentage and let's make it minus 23%. Then vertical orientation we're gonna make it bottom. Then the offset we're gonna make it minus 2 pixel, and it's like here right now, but we're gonna do one thing. Let's focus on this navigator here. We can see first we have this section, then we have this container where the whole images containers is placed. Then we have this container, and after this container we want to place our this image. So let's drag this image like this and place it on the bottom like this, and it will be placed nicely here. Then we're gonna add another image like this after this image. Or to do it easily, you can right click this image and duplicate, then just simply change the image. Let's select this one, and from here let's change the orientation to place it nicely. Horizontal orientation I'm gonna make it 100 pixel. Also vertical orientation I'm gonna make it minus 38 pixel, and from here custom width I'm gonna make it 150 pixel. And look how it nicely aligned with this border we have just created. Great. Now I'll add another image, so I'm just gonna duplicate the last one and change the image. I'm gonna select this, and then let's tweak the properties. Let's first make it 35% on the width, and horizontal orientation let's make it right, and vertical orientation let's keep it bottom, and offset I'll make it 0. And actually for this one I'm gonna select a different image, this one, and it'll be like this. And then let's add another image, so let's duplicate, and from here I'm gonna select this one finally. Then let's make the width 100 pixel. Then horizontal orientation let's make it left first, then offset will make it minus 115. Then vertical orientation we're gonna make it top, and offset we're gonna make it 4%. Then I'm gonna change this image to this image, and we're gonna make the custom width 133 pixel. Then horizontal orientation, we're gonna keep it left, and offset we're gonna make it 31%. Then vertical orientation bottom, and you're gonna make it 90 pixel, and it will be here. Then finally let's add our last image. So let's duplicate one of them. Let's duplicate this one, and let's select this image, and from here we're gonna make it 100 pixel of width, and horizontal orientation I'm gonna make it left. Then offset I'm gonna make it minus 115 pixel. Then vertical orientation top, and let's make it 4%, and it will be here. Then on this image we're gonna add a little bit of custom CSS. So in the custom CSS here, and let's open the website where we have all the code located. If you scroll down, you will find the services section animated icon. From here, let's just copy the whole code, and again you don't need to understand any bit of it. So in here just paste the code, and it will start to animate like this. Cool, right? And also once you have this code, you can put this code to anything and it will give you a animation effect like this, or any other item you have in your website like this one. Right? So that's a very cool stuff here. Alright, now let's put it back here, and I'm gonna show you a very interesting thing related to animation for this image. So let's select this image, and in the advanced tab, if you scroll down on the Elementor Pro, we have motion effects feature here. Let's open it, and from here you can add scroll effect on your elements. So I'll show you how we can do it. First of all, let's turn on the scrolling effect. Then let's click on this vertical scroll on the pencil icon, and here let's keep it direction up, and speed let's make it 2, and viewport let's make this bottom one on the left side, keep it 0, and this top one on the right side, let's adjust this to 65 pixel like this. And now if we scroll like this, scroll up or down, you can see the image is moving according to your scrolling, and it's giving a very nice bouncy effect. How cool is that? You can actually add many type of effects which is controllable by the scrolling effects, like you have rotate, you have scale, blur, transparency, and many more. Alright, now let's move on to the next part on this section. So inside the services section in the navigator, we have this container where every image is located. We're gonna add another container after this container like this, and we're gonna select this service section, and from the layout we're gonna just simply make it row, and it will align everything on the horizontally. Then here let's select this one, this second container, and let's make it full width. Then make the width 41.66%, and it will be like this. Then inside this let's add a heading. Then let's paste the heading text to this, and if you notice here we have a BR tag here. The point of using the BR tag inside the text is breaking the line where you want. For example, if we want a line break after this N, we can put this BR here, and it will break the line after the N. Or if you want it after the editor, you can do it as well like this. Alright, now let's undo it and keep it like this, and then in the style tab let's make the color our dark color. Then typography, outfit of course, and the size let's make it 42, font weight 600, and line height let's select the EM and let's make it 1.3 EM. Then here in the margin let's make it 50 pixel on the bottom, and after this we're gonna add an icon box. So let's search icon box widget. Let's add it after this heading. Then first of all let's change the icon. I'm gonna search circle icon, and from here let's select this one, the filled one, insert, and then let's change the text to this, and of course the description. Then on the view let's make it tagged. Then shape let's keep it circle, and then let's go to the style tab, and image position let's make it left, and then vertical alignment let's keep it top. Then we have icon spacing, let's keep it 15 pixel. And then let's open the icon inside this. Let's make the primary color 5153 FF4D, and it will give you a semi-transparent color like this, and this icon will look like this. Then let's make the secondary color EF, and FF. Then let's make the icon size 15 pixel. Then we have padding here, let's make the padding 5. Then let's open the content drop down, and in here let's make the title dark color. Then typography, let's make it outfit. Then size, let's make it 15 pixel. Then title color, let's make it 666. And then typography, let's make it outfit. Then let's make the size 16 pixel. 400 font weight. Then 1.7 em. And let's make the line height 24 pixel. Then title color, let's make it dark color, and in the typography outfit, and font size 20 pixel. Then line height 24 pixel. And let's color this description. From here let's make it 666, and the typography, let's make it outfit, of course. Then font size 16 pixel, and then line height 1.7 em. Then let's go ahead and add some margin, 35 pixel on the top, and it will be like this. And for this icon box, we have a tiny little bit of CSS code. So let's go back to the website. And if you scroll down, you will find this service section icon spacing. Just copy the whole code from here and paste this into this custom CSS in here, and it will be perfectly aligned like this. Now we want another one of this icon box. So let's duplicate this one, and we have to just change the contents in here. Let's make it cloud hosting, and the description, let's paste our text. Now we are good here. Let's now check the responsiveness. In the laptop mode, it's good. In the tab, let's first of all grab this main section. Then let's make the width 740 pixel. Then direction, let's make it column, so it will be like this. And now from here under the service section, select the first container, this one, and let's make the width 100%. Then the second container also 100%. And let's select the top container again, and in the advanced, let's add some margin on the bottom like 80 pixel, and it's looking perfectly fine. But let's select this image, this human image, and in the responsiveness, let's hide it on the tablet and mobile. And then let's select this one and let's align it to here, and it will look nice like this. Alright, now let's view the mobile mode. First of all, let's select the main container, and in the advanced tab in here, let's make the padding 0, then make it 50 from the top and 50 from the bottom. Then let's select this image and let's make it hide on the mobile. Then also this image, this flower top, also let's hide on the mobile. And let's select this container, the first one under this service section, and let's make the margin 0, then padding 0, and then let's make it 20 pixel on the right, 50 pixel on the bottom, and 20 on the left. Now let's select this image and let's make it 35 pixel, and let's make the custom width 200 pixel like this. And also let's select this image and drag it up like this, and then select this image and let's make it custom width, and I'll just make it 100 pixel. And also I'm gonna hide this image, the responsive, let's hide it on the mobile. And also let's select this container and let's make it 65%, and then select this container and let's make it 30%, and it will again align like this. And in the mobile we have the section like this, or you can just readjust the images as you like. Grab this container and you can make the justify content end, and it will be like this. And also you can grab this image, and in here you can just adjust the position of it. Also this one, let's adjust this a bit, like let's make it here, and it will be nice like this. you can put these images way so you can work easily. Now finally, let's grab this container, and in here let's add some margin of 40 pixel on the bottom, and let's grab this heading and let's make it a little bit smaller on the font size. Let's make it 36. Then let's select this icon box, and from the style let's make it align left, and also for this one align left, and on the mobile view everything is looking nice. And we have this section like this. And about this effect, you can definitely add this scrolling effect on any image you like, but for now I'm just keeping it for this image. Alright, so we can say we have done our service section and it's looking pretty amazing. Now let's move to the next section. So let's take a container in and let's rename this container our contact section. Then let's make it row directed, then justify content center. Then under the style tab, let's choose an image as a background. So this one, select. Then here position, I'm gonna make it bottom right. Then repeat, no repeat. Then display size, keep it default. I'm gonna add padding of 15 pixel, 120 and 15 pixel. Then inside this, I'm gonna add a container. Then I'm gonna make it full width, and width I'm gonna make it 50%. Then I'm just gonna make it column directed, and inside this container from widgets I'm gonna search animated headline. In here in the shape, let's select underline and it will give us an animation like this. Then under the style tab, let's make this color 5153 FF. Then let's open this headline. In here let's make the text color the dark color, and let's make the typography 42 pixel, font weight 600, then line height 1.3 em. Then here animated text, let's make it the same. So it's currently the same, so let's go to the advanced tab, and here in the margin I'm gonna make it 25 pixel from the bottom. Then after this I'm gonna add an text editor underneath. Then I'm gonna make the text color from the style tab 666 666. Then typography, I'm gonna make it 16 pixel, then 400, and line height 1.7 em. Then margin I'm gonna make it 15 pixel on the bottom, and I'm just gonna quickly change the titles and contents. So in the before text I'm gonna make it this, and also the alignment, let's make it left. Then highlighted text I'm gonna make it 15 days, and after text I'm gonna make it free trial. Then here in this text editor I'm gonna change the content to my text. Then after that I'm gonna add a icon list from widgets, icon list. I'm gonna first of all delete all of these and edit this one, this, and in the icon library I'm gonna search check. Then from here I'm gonna check this square one and insert. Then I'm gonna duplicate or clone these items. I need 4 of them, so in here let's just change the contents and this one, and lastly this one. Alright, now let's go to the style tab. I'm gonna make the list space between 8 pixel. Then let's open the icon. In here I'm gonna make the icon color gray color, so 666 666, and then I'm gonna make the icon size 20 pixel. Then I'm gonna open this text, and then typography, let's select the outfit font size 16 pixel, font weight 500, and line height 1.7. Then here we have color. In the color, the same color 666 666. Then here we need some margin of 5 pixel, and then let's go to widgets, and we need a divider. So let's search divider and drag this divider widget underneath this, and in here let's keep the style solid and width 100%. Then here in the style tab let's make the color 6 Ds, DDD, DDD. Then here I'm gonna keep the weight 1, and the gap I'm gonna make it 20, and it will be like this. it will divide the items between. Now after that, I'm gonna add a heading, and let's paste our text. Then let's make the HTML tag h4. Then I'm gonna go to Style tab, and in here I'm gonna make the color 666, and typography I'm gonna make it outfit, and font size I'm gonna make it 24. Then font weight I'm gonna make it 400. Then I'm gonna choose the HTML tag h4. Then here in the style I'm gonna make the color 666. Then here in the typography, click on this earth icon, and from here let's select the text, and it will become like this. Then here in the advanced tab I'm gonna add some margin of 5 pixel. After this, let's add another heading, and let's make it a number. And here in the style tab, let's make this color dark color, and typography let's make it outfit. Then size let's make it 24, weight 600, and line height 29. Alright, now let's add a container after this container. So let's click here and click on add new container, and it will add a container after this. And from here let's make it full width. Then here in the width let's make it 41.66. Then let's make it column directed, and inside this we're gonna add another container. And then here in the border, let's open the border, and in the border we have box shadow, so we want to add a box shadow for this container. So let's click on this pencil icon, and here in the color I'm gonna make it 000001A. It will give us a semi-transparent color. And here on the horizontal I'm gonna keep it 0. Then vertical I'm gonna make it 3, and then blur I'm gonna make 40 pixel, and it will give us a nice shadow around this box. You'll see it better after we add some contents inside this box. So let's go to widgets and add a heading inside this. Then let's change the contents. Then here let's make the color dark color. Then typography let's make it outfit, and font size 24, font weight 600, then line height 29. Then here in the margin let's make it 30 pixel on the bottom. Then after this we will add a form widget, search form, drop it after this heading, and let's style this form. In here we have input, name, email, message, and from here I'm gonna delete this message and add a new item. Then inside this, here in the type I'm gonna choose tell after this, and here in the placeholder I'm gonna type phone. After this I'm gonna add another one. This one I'm gonna keep it text, and in the placeholder I'm gonna type company name. Then from here I'm gonna turn off this show label, and the labels will be gone. Then I'm gonna go to style to style this whole form. I'm gonna make the column gap 10 and rows gap let's make it 15. Then let's open this field drop down, and in here the color I'm gonna make it 21, 25, 29. Then typography outfit 16 pixel 400, then line height 1.7 em. Then we have background color here. I'm gonna make the background color, I'm gonna make it F9, FC, FF, and it will become a very light blue color. Then here we have already the border width of 1 pixel. Now let's add the color. Let's make it D9, EB, FF, and we will have a blue type of background color. But in here we're gonna make the border 2 pixel, so it will become bolder. Then here in the border radius let's make it 2 pixel, so it will be a little bit roundy around the corner. Then let's open the button drop down. In here let's make the background color 5153 FF. Then text color let's keep it FFF, fully white color. Then border radius let's make it 5 pixel. Then we have text padding. Let's make the text padding, let's unlink this 17, 50, 17, and 50. And by the way, from the buttons typography here, let's make it outfit first, and the size let's make it 15 pixel. Then let's make it semi bold 600. Then line height 23. Then letter spacing 0.5 pixel. Oh, by the way, let's go to the content and we have the buttons here. In the buttons, let's make the submit button send request instead of the send. And also in the field, I want to make this placeholder a little bit bolder. So in the typography, let's make it 500 so it will become a little bit bolder. Then let's select this container, and in here in the advanced, let's add some margin of 30 pixel on the top, and padding, let's make it 70 pixel on all sides, and it will become like this. But the problem here is, here we can see this background image through this box. So let's select this box again, and here in the style tab, from the background color, let's add a background color white, and it will have a background color and the image will be covered by this. Alright, then let's go to widgets and add a container after this container. Then let's select this container. So here we have two containers inside contact section. One is this on the left side and one is on the right side. So let's click on add new container, and it will add a container in here. But now let's select the contact section, and from the layout, if we make it wrap, and it will wrap the content on the bottom. Now let's select this container, and from here let's make the padding 0. Then inside this container, from the widgets, I'm gonna add an image, and let's select the image. I want this one in here. Now in the style tab, let's make the image size 100 pixel. Then under the advanced tab, let's make it position absolute. After that, let's make the horizontal orientation right, then offset -84. Then vertical orientation, let's keep it top, and the offset, let's make it -270 pixel. I'm gonna make this horizontal orientation -84, and then vertical orientation top, and let's make it -270 pixel, and the image will be on there. Now we have done this section. It's time to check the responsiveness. So in the left tab, it's good. In the tablet, let's work on the tablet. Let's select this whole container, the contact section, and from here let's simply make it column directed. Then let's select this container, the first one under the contact section, and from here let's just make the width 100%. It will be good instantly. Then the second container, also let's make it 100%. It will be fixed. Then the last container, we don't have to do anything with this. Now in the tab, it's looking perfect. Then let's check on the mobile mode. In the mobile mode, this container part is perfectly fine, but this one in here, let's select this one first. Then under the advanced tab, let's make it padding 0, and then inside container, let's make the padding a little bit less, like 50 on the top, and on every side 30 pixel. And now this form is perfectly fine. Now we are done with our contact section, and you see how beautiful it's looking. Alright, now let's move on to our next section. Alright, now let's add a container for our beautiful pricing section. And let's rename this pricing section. Then in here, I'm gonna make the padding of this container 0. Then inside this, I'm gonna take a new container, and I'll rename this container section heading, because it will hold our headings for the section. So let's make it full width, and under the advanced tab, let's make the padding 0. Then inside this, I'm gonna take a new container, and I'm gonna rename this container section heading, because we're gonna hold our headings for this section. And now let's make it full width also. Then under the style tab, we're gonna add a background color for this container. So in the classic, let's type our color 10393B. Under the advanced tab, in the padding, I'm gonna make it 120 on the top, 120 pixel on the top, 20 pixel on the right, 220 pixel on the bottom, and 20 pixel on the left. Then inside, we want section free title and section title like this. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste here, and also this, and paste it here. And of course, let's change the content, best pricing, and section title, no hidden charges, choose your plan. Now after this section heading container, I'm gonna select this first and right click and click on add new container, and it will just add a new container underneath that container. I'm just gonna rename it price part. Then inside this I'm gonna add a container, so I'm gonna rename this price box. Then here I'm gonna make the direction row. Then under the style tab, let's open the border, and in here I'm gonna make the border solid, and border width I'm gonna make 1 pixel, and then border color I'm gonna make it E7 E7 E7. Then I'm gonna make the border radius 10 pixel. Then under the advanced tab I'm gonna make the margin 25 pixel on the top, and the padding let's make it all 0. Then inside this I want another container, and I'm gonna name this container item, because we're gonna have couple of this container, so I'm just renaming it item, so it will look organized. And from here of the item I'm gonna make it full width, and I'm gonna choose the percentage. Then here I'm gonna make it 33.33%. then I'm gonna make the padding 0. Then inside this I wanna add a container, and I'm gonna rename this container inner box. Then let's select the inner box, and here let's make it full width, then padding 0. Then inside the inner box I want to add a container, and I'll rename it pricing header. And here in the pricing header I'm gonna choose a background color for this. I'm gonna make it EF EF FF. Then I'm gonna make the padding 30 50 30 and 50 pixel. Then inside this I want to add a heading. Let's change the content of the heading, and let's go to style tab, and let's make the color our dark color. Then typography, outfit, font size 20 pixel, font weight 600. Then here I'm gonna make the margin 10 pixel from the bottom. Then I'm gonna add another heading after this, and let's change the title. I'm gonna make this one free, and I'm gonna make it H3. Then here in the style I'm gonna make the color 5153 FF. Then here in the typography, outfit, size I'm gonna make it 60 pixel. Then font weight I'm gonna make it 500. Then line height I'm gonna make it 1.1 em. Then after this pricing header I'm gonna click and add new container after this, and I'm gonna rename it the pricing details. Then I'm gonna make the padding of this 30 50 30 and 50 pixel. Then inside this I'm gonna add a text editor. Then I'm gonna change the title to this, and here in the style I'm gonna make the typography, and here under the style I'm gonna make the color 666 666, and the typography I'm gonna make it outfit. Then size I'm gonna make it 16 pixel, and line height 1.7 em. Then here margin I'm gonna make it 15 pixel from the bottom. And then after this text editor I'm gonna add a icon list. Then I'm gonna delete all of this, and from here I'm gonna go to icon library and search check, and I'm gonna select this icon. Then I'm gonna change the text, and then I'm gonna copy or clone this 2 times, and then I'm gonna just change the contents. Then I'm gonna go to the style tab, and I'm gonna make the space between under the list 5. Then I'm gonna open this icon. In here I'm gonna make the color 666 666, and then I'm gonna make the size 15 pixel, and then I'm gonna open the text drop down. In here I'm gonna make the typography outfit, font size 16 pixel, line height 1.7 em. Then margin I'm gonna add 25 pixel margin on the bottom. Then after this icon list I'm gonna add a button. Let's change the text to purchase plan. Then under the style tab I'm gonna make the typography outfit, then font size 14 pixel, and the line height 21 pixel. Then the border let's make it solid, and the width let's make it 2 pixel, and the color I'm gonna make it 6D DDD. Then I'm gonna make the border radius 30 pixel. Then padding I'm gonna make it 14 50 14 and 50 pixel. And then finally I'm gonna make the background color fully white color, and then the text color dark color. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this item. If you pay attention to the navigator, let's select this item and let's duplicate, and let's duplicate one more time. So basically we will have 3 pricing items. So let's change the contents on each of them. And by the way, I'm gonna select the pricing box, this container, and from here content width, I'm just gonna make it boxed, and it will become less wider, which is better. Then I'm gonna select individual item and change the content on each of them. So let's start with this one. I'm gonna make this middle one freemium plan, and in here I'm gonna make it 29, but as the price we want to add a $sign, right? Like this, and after that maybe we want to add monthly or yearly, like that, right? But I'm gonna show you a cool way to do that, so it will make it look nicer and professional. So I'm deleting all of this for now and keeping only the 29, and before 29 we want to add our $sign. But the way we will do it is, here I'm gonna type less than SUP, then close it with greater than, and then again less than, then a /, then again SUP and close it with greater than. Then inside this to SUP I'm gonna type the $sign, and if you noticed, it aligned little bit on the top of this main number. Now after this I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. Then instead of SUP I'm gonna type SUB, and also for this one SUB, and here instead of the $sign I'm gonna type monthly, and as you can see it aligned the text little bit on the bottom. So close your text with SUP to make it on the top and SUV to make it on the bottom. So this is basically how it works. But right now only problem is these 2 texts aren't looking that beautiful. So for that we have a little bit of custom CSS to make it really good looking. So let's go to the site where we have all the codes, and here you will find the price CSS. In here just copy the whole code and come back here. Then under the advanced tab of this heading, scroll down and here just paste your CSS code, and look how nice it's looking. Now next let's change this one, this paragraph. Then for the last one, this one, I'm gonna make it advanced plan. Then I'm gonna paste my text for this, and from here let's copy the whole CSS code, and in here let's just paste the code, and it will be professional for this one as well. And I'm gonna do one thing here. Let's select this middle one, and on the pricing header here in the style, let's remove this color or just make it transparent, and then select its inner box of this middle one. And under the style here in the background type I'm gonna choose gradient. In the gradient you can use 2 colors and combine them to make it a nice gradient color. So here in the first color I'm gonna make it 5153 FF, and then the second color I'm gonna make it A60599. Then for the first color location I'm gonna keep it 0, and on the second color location I'm gonna keep it 100. Then here we have the angle. I'm gonna make the angle 90 degree, and it will be like this. So in here we have to change our color of the all contents. So from here let's make it all white like this, so it can be visible on the colorful background. And here also for the icon, all white. And finally let's grab this pricing header for the middle one and open this border, select border type solid, and I'm gonna add 1 pixel of border on the bottom, and I'm gonna make the border color A5, 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 and it will give us a nice border here like this. Now here let's select this button, and then this button has the border. I'm just gonna select the border color and make it all transparent like this. Also let's add hover effect on every button. So let's start with this white one. We have normal, and then we have hover. Click on this hover On hover, I want the background color to be our dark color and the text color will be fully white. And if we hover over this button, it will be like this. And also the border color, I'm gonna make it transparent on the hover, so it will be like this. Perfect. So let's copy this and paste the style on this, so it will be perfect. And also for this one, since this button's background is a little bit different, so let's do it manually instead of pasting the style. So on the hover, text color will be white and background color will be dark, and of course the border color transparent, although it doesn't have a border like this. These are looking pretty. Now finally, I'm gonna grab this pricing box container and I'm gonna add another container in here. And after copying this pricing box, I'm just gonna delete this for a reason I'm gonna show you. Then in here, in this container, I'm gonna paste that, the pricing box. Then here in the pricing box, I'm gonna make it full width. And in this new container, I'm gonna make the content width boxed. Now you can see the difference. This price box had a nice background color and a nice roundness, but it was the main container before. That's why it didn't show the border color and the border radius. Now, since we are using a different container as a parent container of this price box, now we can see all the borders and it became nice and roundy. Now let's open this and we can do one thing here for the middle one. Select this middle item. We have 3 items, so the middle item. Then let's open the item. Inside item we have inner box where we have the gradient background color. So scroll down here, open the border, and here in the border radius, let's add 10 pixel of border radius and we'll have it like this. And it's looking pretty amazing. Now we'll do one thing. In the price box and in the advanced tab, I'm gonna make the margin. Let's first clear out the margin, and now after unlinking, I'm gonna make it minus 140 pixel to pull the whole thing up like this. Now on the bottom, 120 pixel, and I'm gonna keep the padding 0, and overall our pricing section will look like this. But if we notice one thing here, we can see sharp edges on the every corner like this. That's because our container, the price box, is round, but these individual items like this free and advanced is not round, so it's showing the corner of these items. So what we can do is first select the price box, then under the layout, scroll down and open this additional options. Now we have overflow option here. From here, let's select hidden, and this will make all the things hidden outside of this box. Like nothing can go outside of this box. Alright, so right now our pricing section is looking perfect on the desktop mode. Now let's make it fully responsive. So in the laptop mode, everything is perfect. In the tab mode, let's work on it. So first of all, let's select this price box. And in here we have direction row, and from here let's make it wrap. First of all, let's select each item, the first one. From here let's make it 50%. Also this, make it 50%, and of course the last one, make it 50%. And it will align everything like this, but we need gap between the item, right? So let's click on the first one, the item, select the item. Then here in the advanced, first let's add 30 pixel of margin on the bottom. Then padding, let's add 15 pixel and 15 pixel on the left, and it will have spacing around the each item. Now let's select this inner box under the item. Now go to the style, and in the border, let's make it round by using border radius. Then here in the border type, let's make it solid, and let's add a border and border color E7, 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 and it will become like this. And also let's go to the layout, and under the additional options, overflow, let's make the overflow hidden, and there will be no sharp edges like this. Now let's copy this and let's paste the style on this inner box, and also let's copy this item and paste it on the other items, so it will copy the margin and the padding like this, and it will look like this. Only thing we need to do is remove this border from the price box. So here let's select this price box, and under the style border, let's remove the border by making it all 0, and it will be gone. Alright, now it's perfect for the tablet mode. Let's now check the mobile mode. In here, we just have to work on this a little bit. In here, under the item, in the item, and we have some padding, so let's remove these paddings, copy the style, paste style, and paste style, and the spacing will be perfect. And finally let's select this. In here we can just make the typography a little bit smaller to fit it like this, and the mobile view will be perfect. And now let's check. We see on the bottom, let's decrease the padding a little bit. Then let's select the price box, this one, and under the advanced tab we see we have a lot of margin here. So first of all let's make it 0, but we need some margin on the top, so let's make it -140. And now everything looks perfect on the mobile, so we can say our pricing section is done perfectly. So now let's move to the next section. Now we will make our FAQ section. So let's take a container and let's rename this FAQ section. Then I'm gonna make this container row directed, then justify content space between. Then in the style I'm gonna add a background image. I'm gonna choose this one. Then position bottom left, repeat, no repeat, then display size custom, and then width 25%. Then inside this I'll add another inner container. Then I'm gonna make it full width, then width I'm gonna make it 41.66%, and direction I'm gonna make it column. Then inside this I'm gonna add a heading, and I'm gonna change the content to this. Then under the style tab I'm gonna make it dark color. Then typography I'm gonna make it outfit, the size 42 pixel, font weight 600, line height 1.3 em. Then here I'm gonna make the margin 35 pixel from the bottom. Then after this, from the widgets I'm gonna search counter, and I'm gonna add the counter underneath this text. Then here I'm gonna make the ending number 276. Then number suffix I'm gonna make it K. Then here in the title I'm gonna use my text. Then under the style tab I'm gonna make the color dark color. Then typography, outfit, size 60 pixel, then line height 1 em. Then under the advanced tab I'm gonna make the align cell to start, to make like this. Then I'm gonna open the title drop down, and from here I'm gonna make the text color 666, 666, and typography, outfit, then font size 16 pixel, and line height let's make it 2 em. And then finally go to the advanced tab, and in here align self I'm gonna make it start, to align this on the start. Then I'm gonna click and select this container and click on add new container, and it will add a container on the right side of this. Then under the width I'm gonna make it 50%. Then I'm gonna make it column. Then inside this, from the widgets I'm gonna search accordion, and we have this widget. I'm gonna drag and drop, and it will give us a FAQ or accordion part like this. It basically works like this. You have a title here. If you open the title, and it will show a content, and you can put here any content you like. Alright, so let's work on it. First of all, I'm gonna delete all the options. Then in here, title, I'm gonna change it to my own title. Then I'm gonna clone. Then I'm gonna change this and this one. Then from here, I'm gonna make the item position stretch. Then from here, I'm gonna make the icon position to the end, and the icons will be to the end. Then I'm gonna change the icons for expanding and collapsing. So let's click here, icon library. From here, I'm gonna search angle down, this one. Then for this one, I'm gonna search angle up and select this one. Now when the item is closed, it will be down arrow, and when it's open, it will be up arrow like this. And now I'm gonna add our content inside here. As you can see, you can drag and drop any widgets or any element inside this. So I'm gonna go to widgets, and from here I'm gonna drag the text editor, and in here I'm gonna change my text to this, and under the style tab I'm gonna make the text color text. Then typography, I'm gonna make it outfit and size 16 pixel. Then line height 1.7 em. And also let's add for this one, we can just copy this and paste it here, and we can just paste the text also here. Alright, now we have our content inside each of the items. Now let's go to the style tab. In here we have border type. I'm gonna select solid, and after unlinking on the bottom I'm gonna add 2 pixel. Then border color, I'm gonna make it dark color like this. Then padding here, I'm gonna make it 25 pixel on the top and 25 pixel on the bottom. Then I'm gonna open the header. Here I'm gonna make the typography outfit, then font size 18, font weight 600, then line height 1.7 em. Then we have color, I'm gonna just make it dark color. Then I'm gonna make the icon size 15 pixel. Then let's open the content drop down. From here I'm gonna add padding of 25 pixel on the top, 20 pixel on the right, 16 pixel on the bottom, and 0 on the left. It will be like this. And then I'm gonna select the border type none to remove the default border from the content. Alright, so our overall FAQ part will look like this. Now let's check the responsiveness of this section. Here it's perfect. Then on the tab, let's select this FAQ section, and then from the layout let's make it column, and let's select this container and let's make it 100%. Then the second container, let's make it 100%. In here, first of all, I'm gonna select this, and under the advanced tab in the responsive, I'm gonna hide it on the tablet and on the mobile. So in the tablet it's going to look like this, and then I'm gonna select this FAQ section. In the advanced tab I'm gonna make the padding 15 on the right, and on the bottom 120 pixel, because the background image was collapsing with the contents. So like this. Then 15 pixel on the left, then 15 pixel on the left, and now it's looking perfect. Alright, now let's check the mobile. In the mobile, let's just select this one, and here in the typography I'm just gonna decrease the font size, like 36 will do. Then let's just decrease the padding of FAQ section a bit. From here, 0 padding but 50 pixel on the bottom, and it will like this, and it will look perfect like this. And one thing, on the desktop we also need the padding on the FAQ section. Like this, and it's looking absolutely amazing. Now actually we have done all the section on our home page, from the banner to the FAQ. Now only we left to do is the header of our website and the footer of our website, because we just started from the banner and we have left the header. So now we're gonna make the header. So now let's click on this top section, which is our banner section, and right click here, and in here we have a plus icon. If you click on this plus icon, it will add a box above this, and from here we can easily take a content like this. So we took a container, and I'm gonna rename this container header. Then I'm gonna make the header width 1230 pixel. Then mean height I'm gonna make it 108. Then direction I'm gonna make it row. Then justify content space between. Then align items center. Then I'm gonna go to advanced tab. In here I'm gonna make the margin -108 on the bottom, and the padding 10 pixel, 30 pixel, 10 pixel, and 30 pixel. Then inside the header, from the widgets, I'm gonna add a logo. So let's drag and drop an image, and let's just rename this image logo. And in here I'm gonna choose our site logo, this one for the header, and let's select. Then from here we have link. Inside this link we're gonna select the custom URL. Then in here I'm gonna click on dynamic tags, and from here I'm gonna select the site URL under the site. So whenever you click on this logo, it will always take you to the site, like the main site or the home page. Alright, now let's go to the style tab and style our logo. In the alignment, let's make it center. Then let's make the width pixel property. Then I'm gonna make it 180 pixel. But right now we cannot see the logo because here our header is getting covered by this whole banner section. As you can see, the banner section's background color. So I'm gonna select the header, and under the advanced tab, here we have the Z index. If we make the Z index a higher number like 99, you will see the header will come over the banner, so the logo will be visible. Now we have added the logo. Now let's add a menu. So I'm gonna go to widgets and search menu, and here we have the WordPress menu. I'm gonna drag it in after this. So after adding, you can see a gray box, but there is no menu, because here you can see it says there are no menus in your site. Go to the menu screen to create one. So from here you can go to menu screen, opening on the new tab. Other way to come here in the menus is under the appearance, and you have menu. Inside the menu you will get this whole page like this. Alright, in here we have to name our menu. You can name it as you like main menu, and click on the create menu. Then on the left side, under the add menu items, we can add our custom links from here. In here you have to put the URL, and in here this will be the menu name or the link text. So here in the URL, for now I'm gonna just type hash, and in the link text. So as this is our landing page and it's a single page, so I'm gonna add the menus according to the section we have. Like here we have banner section, after this we have process section, then we have features, and etc etc. So here in the menu, in the URL I'm gonna type process with the hash, and under the link I'm gonna type process, and I'm gonna click add to menu. So now after creating one, I want to test the menu, and I'll show you how it works. So from here let's save the menu. Then let's go to the Elementor, and you can update and refresh the page. And now if we look at our headers WordPress menu, in here you can see it's automatically selected the main menu we have just created here, and in here it's having the link, the custom link which we have just created, like this one. Alright, so now from here I'll show you what this menu button can do. So I'm gonna scroll down and select this process section, as we have added the process button, and in the advanced tab, here in the CSS ID I'm gonna type process, the same thing we have added in here with the hash. Alright, now if we update, and from the top, if we click on this process menu, it will just automatically take us to the process section. How cool is that? So now we're gonna add all these links of all the section and function it so it can scroll down automatically like this process section. Alright, now let's go to the menu in the dashboard, and from here let's keep adding the custom links. So next we have our features section. So here I'm gonna add feature with the hash, and in the text I'm gonna add feature, then add to menu, then another we have service section. So service and service, then we have the contact section. So contact with the hash, contact, and then we have pricing section, pricing, and pricing on the link test. Then we have our FAQ, so FAQ and FAQ on the link text. Alright, now we're gonna save the menu, and let's go back to our Elementor page builder, and from here we can refresh our page, and here we can see we have all the menus appearing here. So that's how you add the menus. So now we have the process section done for the functionality. Now let's do the feature section. Right now it's not working because we didn't add the ID name on the section. So this is feature section. In here under the advanced, I'm gonna add feature. Then we have the service section, service. Then we have contact section. Then pricing section. Then lastly the FAQ. Now we're gonna update. So if we test our links now, it works on every sections. Now let's select this WordPress menu, and let's style this menu, and let's work on this menu's look. Here we have the alignment, we're gonna make it center. Then I'm gonna scroll down and toggle align, I'm gonna make it right. Then I'm gonna go to the style tab, and under this main menu I'm gonna make the text typography, outfit font family, then 16 pixel font size, and line height 28 pixel, then font weight 500. Then I'm gonna make the color fully white. Then here we have horizontal padding, I'm gonna make it 15. Then I'm gonna open this toggle button. In here I'm gonna make the color white color, and on the hover it's going to be FF8A43. So this toggle button is the button when we actually make it mobile mode, and the link will be hidden under this nice hamburger icon. And if you open this, it will be like this, but sure, we're gonna style this better. So now let's go back to the desktop mode. Now after this WordPress menu, we're gonna add a button. So I'm gonna drag and drop, and I'm just gonna drag this menu on the navigator before this button like this, and it will be on the middle. And now let's work on the button. So here I'm gonna make it get consultant. Then under the style tab I'm gonna make it aligned right. Then here in the typography, outfit, font size 16 pixel, font weight 600, then line height 28 pixel. Then text color I'm gonna make it white, and background color I'm gonna make it transparent. Then I'm gonna make the background color on the hover FF8A43, and on the hover it will be like this. And now let's add a border, solid, and border width 1 pixel. Then border color, I'm gonna make the border color 6 Fs, FFF, then 4D, and it will give us a semi-transparent color, and the border will be nicely like this. Then I'm gonna make the border radius 5 pixel. Then I'm gonna make the button padding 30 pixel, 40 pixel, 30 and 40 pixel, and we will get a nice bigger button. And here our header is ready on the desktop mode and it's looking pretty nice. Turn on the responsive mode and let's check the responsiveness. On the left top it's perfect. Then on the tab, here we have to work. In here we're gonna select this button and we're gonna just hide this button on the responsive for tablet and mobile mode, and it will be just hidden. And on the header there will be the logo and the hamburger icon. Now let's work on the menu here. So under the style tab, let's open the drop down option here, and in here I'm gonna also open this one so we can see what we are doing. So in here I'm gonna make the text color our dark color, and as you can see it will be dark, and there is no background color, but by default on the hover there is a background color, as you can see. So on the hover we're gonna make the background color transparent, so it will be nothing here. And for the hover on the text color, we'll make it our orange type of color. So on hover the text will be like this. And then we have typography. In the typography, let's make it outfit, and let's just make it 16 pixel and font weight 400. Then we have box shadow here. Let's edit the box shadow in the color. First of all, let's select this hexa from here. Then let's make it 6 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 26 like this. And then we have vertical here. Let's make it 5, and on the blur let's just make it 50, and it will add a nice box shadow like this. Now we have the horizontal padding here. I'm gonna add 15. Then vertical padding I'm gonna make it 10. Then we have distance here. I'm gonna make the distance 20, so it will add the distance from the top 20. You can make it higher or lower. I'm just gonna make it 20. And now I want to make this whole drop down menu full width, not just only this much width. So let's select this, and under the content tab in here, if you scroll down, you see we have full width option. Let's turn it on and it will be full width, and that's what we want, and that's what we want here. So I'm gonna close it, and let's check the responsive on the mobile device. In here let's select this header container, and in the advanced tab, first make the margin all 0. Then on the top I'll make it -7 pixel, and on the bottom -108 pixel. Then here in the padding I'm gonna make it 0. Then I'm gonna make it 20 pixel on the right and 20 pixel on the left. Then I'm gonna select this logo, and here in the style I'm gonna make it 150 pixel, and it will be like this, and it's looking pretty nice on the mobile. And then from here I'm gonna make the image alignment to left. I'm gonna make the padding right 10 pixel and padding left 10 pixel, and it will look like this. It's pretty nice and clean. So let's exit the responsive mode, and in here I want to do one thing with this hover effect. So let's select this, and under the style, under this main menu, if we click on this hover, we can see we have a text color and a pointer color, which is this. So we're gonna make the text color FF8A34, and we're gonna make this pointer color transparent, and it will be like this. Perfect. Now our header is fully completed and it's fully functional, which is pretty amazing. Now here I want to do one thing. I want to add an image over here. It will be fixed image, so click on this grid icon and let's add an image. I want to add the image under the banner section. So let's scroll down here and add an image like this. You can add anywhere in the banner section, doesn't matter, because it will be the fixed. So let's choose the image. In here you will find this image. Select this. Then under the style, let's make the opacity 0.1, and then under the advanced tab, let's make the width custom and make it 40%. Then finally let's make it position absolute, and it will be on the top like this. And then I'm gonna make the horizontal orientation right, and look how nice it's looking. Alright, so we have our perfectly created header here. Now it's time to add our final thing on this landing page, which is our footer section. So from the widgets, let's take a new container, And let's rename this container footer. Then I'm gonna make it row. Then under the style tab in the background color, I'm gonna make it 10393B, and it will give us this type of color. Then under the advanced tab, I'm gonna make the padding 120 pixel on the top, 15, 120 pixel, and 15 pixel. Then inside this, I'm gonna add another container, and then I'm gonna make this full width. Then here width, I'm gonna make it 41.60. Then direction, I'm gonna make it column. Then under the advanced tab, padding, I'm gonna make it 0, 50, 0, and 15. Then inside this container, I'm gonna add another container, and let's make the padding 15 pixel on the right, and I'm gonna scroll down, and here we have CSS classes. For now, I'm just gonna type about here. I will fully explain you this in a bit. So for now, inside this, we want to add our site logo on the footer. So I'm gonna take an image, and I'm just gonna make this image and rename this footer logo just for making it organized. And let's choose the image. We have chose this image, this logo for the header. Now for the footer, I'm gonna choose this one. Select. Then under the links here, I'm gonna select custom URL. Then from here, I'm gonna click on the dynamic tags. In here, I'm gonna select the site URL, same as our header logo. Then under the style tab, I'm gonna make the width 180 pixel. Then alignment, I'm gonna make it left. Then under the advanced tab, I'm gonna make the margin 30 pixel on the bottom. Then let's go to widgets, and I want a heading after this. And by the way, if you notice here, we cannot see the logo properly with this background. And also we're gonna make the text black, so we're gonna not able to see the text as well. For the design, I'm gonna add some custom code. So there is another way to add custom code in the Elementor. We know the one way, but I'm now gonna show you the other way you can add the custom code. And this one is very interesting. So let's click on the grid icon, and from here, let's search HTML, and we have this HTML widgets or element. Then I'm gonna drag it down here, and in here we're gonna have a kind of box like this in the preview mode, or any user cannot see this, only we can see this in the Elementor page builder like this. And inside this, if you notice here, it has a field of putting the code, HTML code. In here, we're gonna get a code from this site. So let's scroll down, and you will find footer background CSS. You just need to copy all of this. Just copy and come back here and just paste it. Then after pasting the code, let's select the footer, this footer main container, and under the advanced tab, here you have the Z index. In here, if we make it 1 or more, then the background color of this custom CSS will appear. Now it will be fulfilled and good looking once we start to add the content inside this. So I'm gonna change this headings text. Then under the style tab, in the color, I'm just gonna make it 7A, 7A, 7A. Then typography, let's make it outfit. Font size 16 pixel. Font weight 400. Then line height, let's make it 1.7 em. Then after this, I'm gonna add a simple input or a form. So I'm gonna search form. I'm gonna drag and drop this after this heading, and from here I'm gonna delete all of these, and in here this one I'm gonna choose the type email, and in the placeholder I'm gonna make it email. Then label, I'm gonna delete the label. Then I'm gonna make the column width 66. Then I'm gonna open this button, and I'm gonna select the alignment to the right. And then here column width, let's make it 33, and it will align both contents in a order inside this form. Then for the button, I'm gonna type subscribe. Then I'm gonna go to style tab. I'm gonna make the column gap 15 pixel. Then I'm gonna open this field drop down. Then I'm gonna make the color to 1, to 5, to 9. Then here we have the typography. I'm gonna make it outfit. Then font size 16 pixel, font weight 400, then line height 24. Then we're gonna make this border width 0 and border radius, I'm gonna make it 5 pixel. After that, I'm gonna open these buttons. In here, I'm gonna make the typography outfit, then size 15 pixel and font weight 600, the line height 26 pixel. Then I'm gonna make this button's background color 5153 FF. And in here we can do one thing. Let's open this field drop down. Then in the typography, here we can just increase the line height to make this input a little bit thicker, and also this button. So let's open the button drop down. In here we have the typography, and also let's increase this. Let's try to match the height with that input, and like this, and it's looking pretty. Then what we can do is we can select this heading, and we can just add some margin on the bottom like 15 pixel. Alright, now I'm gonna do some final things on this input, like in the field I'm gonna open this field. Then here in the typography I'm gonna make it 500 to make this text, the placeholder, a little bit bolder, and it's looking very nice. And next, let's go to the widgets and let's add a text editor. After this, let's add a text, this, and here I'm gonna do a one thing. I'm gonna type KitPapa.com, and I'm gonna select this whole text, and in here we have this insert link icon. I'm gonna click this, and here you can put any URL that you want to take the user by clicking this. So I'm gonna here type KitPapa.com and click here apply, and you see this text is now highlighted. And also in here, if you click this, it will take you to the KitPapa.com. Cool, right? And also from here we can click on this toolbar toggle, and then we will get an option that is text color. In here you can easily change the text color, or you can add any custom color code from here. So I'm gonna make it this blue type of color, and I'm just gonna delete the spacing, and I'll make it together with this text like this. Then I'm gonna go to the style tab, and from here I'm gonna make the typography outfit. Then size, I'm gonna make it 14. Then line height, I'm gonna make it 24. Then I'm gonna go to the advanced tab, and margin, I'm gonna add 40 pixel on the top and 20 pixel on the bottom like this. And now I'm gonna go to widgets and search social icons. Then I'm gonna drag it in, and in here by default we are having Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can change it to anything, like here in the YouTube, instead of YouTube you can make it first delete this icon. Then from this icon library you can search LinkedIn, and it will become the LinkedIn. So here on the first item, first of all it has an icon, then it has a link. In the link you can put any address like facebook.com/your page like this, and whenever a visitor will click on this link, it will take them to this link or on your Facebook page. So that's how it works. So I'm gonna keep it empty right now. Now I'm gonna close this. Then in the shape here I'm gonna make it circle, so it will become round. Then I'm gonna go to the style tab of this icon list. Then instead of the official color, I'm gonna make it custom, and on the primary I'm gonna make it 10393B. Then the size, I'm gonna make it 16 pixel. Then padding, I'm gonna make it 0.7 em. Then we have the spacing, I'm gonna make the spacing 15 pixel, so it will be wider all over like this. Then let's open the icon hover. In here I'm gonna make the primary color 5153 FF, and on the hover it will be this color, which is looking very nice. Then actually in the contents, let's open the content, and alignment, let's make it left to align it on the left. And our social icon is looking pretty nice. But we can see we have one issue here. This white box is going over our footer section like this. So to prevent that, let's select this main footer container, and let's go to the layout, and here let's open this additional options, and from here under the overflow we're gonna make it hidden, and it will hidden everything outside of this container. Now this white part is looking pretty good, but we still can polish something like this form or the input. From here let's open the field. In here we can decrease this column gap like this, and also if we want we can open this button, and here in the typography we can increase the line height to make the button bigger than this input. Alright, now we're gonna add containers on the right side of this footer. So let's take containers. In here I'm gonna paste the container in here like this, and this container I'm gonna make it full width, and width I'm gonna make it 16.66. Then direction I'm gonna make it column. Then inside this container I'm gonna add a heading, and here I'm gonna type company. Then under this style tab I'm gonna make the color white FFF. Then typography I'm gonna make it outfit. Then font size 20 pixel, font weight 600, and line height 24 pixel. Then under the advanced tab I'm gonna add some margin of 30 pixel on the bottom. Then I'm gonna go to widgets and search icon list, and then I'm gonna add an icon list inside this container. Then let's select this icon list and delete all of this, and in here I'm gonna remove the icon because we don't need the icon actually. So I'm gonna add the text. I'm gonna make the text this. Then I'm gonna duplicate this text, so we're gonna have 6 of them, and let's change the contents inside. Alright, I have just pasted my all the text or the content. Now let's go to the style tab. In here I'm gonna make the space between 15 pixel. Then here we have the text. I'm gonna open this, and in here I'm gonna make the text typography. First of all outfit, then font size 15 pixel, font weight 400, then line height 26 pixel. Then I'm gonna make the color D2, D2, D4, and it will be like this. It's looking pretty nice. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this container where all the content is placed. Then I'm gonna make it duplicate. Then we'll have 2 of them. Then on the second one I'm just gonna change all the contents. This one will be the community, then all the contents. So I have just pasted and changed all the contents of this one, and now I'm gonna select this and duplicate this again, and this time I'm gonna make this contact info. Then this time we're not gonna use this icon list, we're gonna delete this, and instead we're gonna use icon box. So I'm gonna search icon box, then drag and drop. In here let's first of all change the icon. I'm gonna search home and select this one. Then in here the view I'm gonna make it tagged. Then let's keep it circle. Then let's change this title. I'm gonna make it address. Then also let's change this description, and then let's go to the style tab. In here I'm gonna make the icon position left, Then vertical alignment, I'm gonna keep it top, and icon spacing, I'm gonna make it 20 pixel. Content spacing, I'm gonna make it 0. Then let's open the icon. In here, I'm gonna make the primary color a semi-transparent color, so 6 Fs, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then 1A. Then size, I'm gonna make it 21 pixel. Then padding, let's make it 12 pixel. Now let's open the content. In here, I'm gonna make the title color white color. Then typography, let's make it outfit. Size, let's make it 14. Then weight, let's make it 800, which is extra bold. Then line height, let's make it 24 pixel. And then we have this description typography. In here, let's make the color DE, DE, DE. Then the typography, let's make it first outfit. Then 26 pixel. Then line height 1.7 em. And most importantly, let's select this container. And from here, let's make it 25%. And it will have the space to breathe. Now I'm just gonna select this and duplicate this from here. I'm gonna need 2 of them more. Then here I'm gonna just change the icon and contents. So for this icon, I'm gonna search envelope and we're gonna get this one. Then insert this, and from here let's change the content. I'm gonna type email colon, and in the description I'm gonna paste the text. Then on the advanced tab, I'm gonna make the margin 30 pixel on the top. Then now we have the third one, and from here let's change the icon. I'm gonna search phone, and then I'm gonna select this one. Then I'm gonna make it phone. Then I'm gonna paste a number as a description. Then in the advanced tab, I'm gonna make the margin 30 pixel on the top. And by the way, you can make this email fully uppercase like this, and it will look very nice. Now finally, in our footer section, we're gonna add an image. So I'm dragging an image. You can put the image anywhere you like because this will be position absolute. So I'm just gonna drop it here, and then under the advanced tab, I'm gonna just make it position absolute, and it will be free sole. Then under the advanced tab, I'm just gonna make it custom width here, and I'm gonna make the width 10%. Then here, horizontal orientation, I'm gonna make it right, and offset, I'm gonna make it 2%. Then vertical orientation, I'm gonna make it bottom, and vertical offset, I'm gonna make it 120 pixel. Then of course, let's select the image. So in the library, I'm gonna choose this image, and it will come up like this. But what we're gonna do is, in the style tab, we have a opacity option in here. From here, I'm just gonna make it 0.1, and it will nicely blend with the color. So here our footer section is nicely done. Now it's time to make it fully responsive. So let's turn on the responsive mode. On the laptop mode, it's perfect. Let's check the tablet mode. In here, definitely we have to work on this. So I have a very easy solution for this. For the layout, let's choose the individual containers like this one, which has the custom percentage width. So first of all, this one, I'm gonna make this, let's first select the percentage. Then here I'm gonna make it 50%. Then also this one, percentage and 50%, as well as this one, 50%, and the last one, instead of 25%, 50%. And it's still like this, but it can be fixed by one click. So let's grab this footer, and here under the layout, we are already familiar with the wrap. So in here, I'm gonna make the wrap, and it will be all perfectly structured like this. Just we only have to add some margin or spacing, which is very minor thing. So under the advanced, first of all for this one, I'm gonna add 50 pixel on the bottom to make it separate. Then also we had the right margin 50 pixel. I'm gonna remove it and make this 15 on the right and 15 on the left, because we want the equal gap on the left and right for the tablet mode or the vertical mode. So it will be like this. And also we have this logo, but we cannot see it properly because now the white background is gone for the tablet. Now what we will do is, for this, the simplest solution will be duplicating this, and on the second one, let's select white logo for the header we have used. Then select this, and as you can see, it's nicely visible for this background. What we're gonna do with this is go to the advanced tab, and from here in the responsive, you know what we have to do is hide on this tablet and hide on this mobile, and on the user view it will be perfectly gone. Now also let's make our this heading a little bit more visible. So in the text color, let's make it a little bit white, and also this one, just let's make it more visible. So overall it's looking perfect. Also on this link, this is very saturated with this background, so we can just change this to anything else. Like we can make it this color, we can make it this color, or if you want, you can just delete the whole thing on the tablet. So in my opinion, this will be more cleaner and fresh. And if we notice here on the preview mode, we have some issue here. We just have to add some margin on the bottom of this container. So in here, let's simply add some margin like 50 pixel from the bottom, and it will be separated like this. Perfect. Now let's check on the mobile mode. Here, first of all, let's select the whole footer container. Then under the advanced tab, we have too much padding for the mobile, so I'm gonna first make it all 0. Then I'm gonna make it 50 on the top and 50 on the bottom, so padding will be like this. Then I'm gonna select this container, the second container under the footer, first and second, this one. Then in here we had some padding on the right, so if we make it all 0, then it will be perfectly aligned like this. But in here, let's go to the content, and for this input here, actually I'm gonna make it 100%. Then let's close this form field, and in here let's choose the buttons. In here now I'm gonna make it left, and it will be nicely placed with the input. Now in here we have to work on this a little bit, so let's open. And here by default on the mobile device, it's aligned centered, so we're gonna turn this back to left, then this, also this one. Alright, now the final thing we'll do is let's select this container, and on the bottom we'll decrease the padding a little bit, like we'll make it 30 pixel instead of 50. And also this one, I'm gonna add some margin like 30. And you see how good our footer is looking on the mobile mode. It's perfection. Alright, now let's turn off the responsive mode. And right here you will see one thing, that we have our colorful logo back, but also we have the white logo that we have added on the tablet mode. So on the desktop mode, we can simply hide this. We can just simply go to the advanced tab, and under the responsive, let's turn on this hide on desktop, and it will be nicely hidden and invisible to the user's eye. So right now we are having the perfectly created footer, and it's looking pretty nice. So let's give you a quick walkthrough of our landing page we have just created. So we have our header with our banner working with each other perfectly like this. Then we have our process section, which looks very professional and informative. Then we have our feature section, which shows our all the features, and we designed this with a dual background color like this. Then we have our service section, which has a little bit animation with a simple CSS code. and also it has the scroll effect on this image. Then we have our contact information or the contact form, which looks pretty nice with this image. Then we have our gorgeous pricing page with 3 pricing plans. Then we got our FAQ, which is very simple and informative. Then lastly, we have our footer, which closes our page nicely. And now I'm gonna show you how you can make your website logo easiest way possible using a free online tool from scratch. So let's go to the google.com and search logo maker, and you should see this one. The spelling is like logomkr.com. So let's open this website, and this is Logo Maker's official website. From here you can click on this Start My Design, and it will show you choose an option. From here select this first one, blank canvas, and from here click on this create a new design, and it will take you to the canvas where we'll design our logo. So in here on the left side we have couple of items like text, shape and other things. So from here I'm gonna take the text, click on this, and a demo text will be loaded here. So inside this we're gonna replace the text. I'm just gonna type Saasland, and from here on the top you can change the boldness of the text. I'm gonna select the bold, and in here you can choose the font family. From here I'm gonna choose the family, this one, it's called Helvetica. Then it will be changed to that font. Now I'm gonna change this text color to black color. You can choose any color from here, or you can move this knob to choose your color. I'm gonna make it fully black. Then I want to add a graphics or a shape before my logo text. So you can click on here, it says search over 3 million graphics. You can just click here and you'll see there is many graphics and images in here. From here I'm gonna click on this abstract, and it will load the abstract category. Then I'm gonna scroll down. You can choose any graphics you like, or you can choose a graphics that suits your brand image. Here I like this graphics, so I'm gonna click this and it will be loaded in the canvas. Then I'm gonna drag it and resize it like this, and I'm just gonna place it with my text like this, and I think it's looking very nice. Now let's say you want to make your logo fully white color. So you select this text and click on this styles, and from here if you make it white it will be apparently gone because the background is also the white color, and the same thing is for the graphics, it will be gone. So what we can do is undo. We can take a shape like square from here, and if we make it bigger like this, but it will be top of the logo because it came after the logo, so it's appearing over this logo. So what we can do is select this text and right click, then click on this send to forwards. Also the graphics, select the graphics and then right click and click on this send to forwards. Now if we drag the background in, the background will be in the background. So from here you can now easily change the text color to white. Also from here you can just make this text size like this, so it will be compact. Now let's select this graphics and let's make it white. So once it's white, you can just select this and delete this background if your logo making is done. And now if you are finished making your logo, you can just click on this save, and from here you can click on this download, this one, and in here you have to put your email address, then accept and click on the send file to email, and the image file we have just created will be sent to my email address. So let's check my email, and in your inbox you will see an email like this. From here you just need to click on this download free file and your logo will be downloaded on your device, and we can see our logo is downloaded. Now let's try the logo in our website. So let's come back here, and here we have our logo. Let's click on it, and from here let's change it. So let's click on this upload file to upload our newly created logo. So I have just uploaded my logo. From here, I'm gonna select this. And there you go, we have our new logo on our site live. Can you believe we have just created this logo and it's already looking this professional? Now I will show you how you can insert your pre-made favicon. So if you don't know what is favicon, favicon is the icon which appears with the tab title in a browser. For example, in the Jim Fahad digital website, we can see it has the title of Saas landing page, and before that it has an icon or image. This is exactly called the favicon. So on our site there is no favicon, so it's showing a earth image by default. But as we created our whole website fully professionally, why compromise on this one, right? So let's insert our own favicon. So from here, let's update our page. Now let's go back to our dashboard. Click on this WordPress icon. Now on the left side, under this appearance, we have customize option. In the customize, let's click on this site identity. In here, this one, you can select site icon. You can choose any image from here. If you choose this image, for example, you see it will be set to your favicon, but we will not use this because we already have a professional favicon, and you will find that icon in the images folder that you have downloaded. So in here we have this image. I'm gonna select this, and in here I'm just gonna upload that file, and let's select, then click on this crop image. Now we can see we are having a nice favicon for our website. Now from here, let's click on the publish. Now if we go to our site preview on this tab and let's refresh, and now our website is looking overall professional. Alright, we have finished designing our amazing Saas landing page. Now it's your turn to create your own professional landing page. I wish you all the best. Just one quick favor before you go. Share the learning experience in the comment below and spread this video on social media. Your support means a lot to me. See you in the next video. Bye for now.